could take that to the bank and deposit that. Put your 2 cents in and get $1 back. Some people hang you out to dry like a towel rack. I'm all about I give the rest of the flowers back. I like my girl thick, not just kinda fine. Eat her till she cry, call that wine and dine. Try to check me and I'ma have them checking pulses. They say choose wisely, that's why I was chosen. Rocking like asphalt, it's the cash and took his mask off. Now I like my house big and my grass soft. I like my girl face out and her ass north. But I'm Ray Charles to the bullshit. Now hop up on that dick and do a full split. She just started to pop it for a nigga and look back and told me, baby, it's real, it's real. And I say I ain't doubt you for a second. I squeeze it and I could tell how I feel, how I feel. I wish we could take off and go anywhere but here, baby, you know the deal. But she bad, so maybe she won't. But shit, then again, maybe she will. Yeah, do it for the realest niggas in the fucking game right now. She will. Yeah, do it for the realest niggas in the fucking game right now. She will, she will, she will. Maybe for the money and the power and the fame right now. She will, she will, she will. Do it for the realest niggas in the fucking game right now. She will, she will, she will, she will. Ladies and gentlemen. Looked in the mirror, said don't let the money come between us. I'm loaded, loaded at my earliest convenience. Well fuck 'em, I feel like I got 10 middle fingers. I'm sipping in this bitch and popping uppers. Gotta take this, that shit that give a flower color. And some bitch named Wonder Woman told me not to wonder the crumbs. You wanna see 'em when the cookie crumble rich shit. Nigga, my candle still lit, gotta swallow my pride up. Like spearmint, big up to my nigga with the strap on him. I never turn my back on him, cause they act like they cool with you. But a lot of these niggas be transformed, a lot of these players be bitch swamps. The game ain't easy, but it's fair. I'ma sit in this storm so long, till it's a fucking rocket. I'm back down trying to figure this shit out. So I'm back, I'm on practice run again. What's up, kid? You good?
Hell no. You say you back down.
Yeah, I got it working right now. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. So I'm trying to work it. I'm fucked. I gotta work this shit, man. What's up?
So you got all 3 of them,
I think so. I'm trying to deal with the volume. I can't hear nothing right now. I think I just got it right. I got these headphones plugged into my laptop.
Damn.
I'm gonna deal with these.
I see your picture of my daddy. Put a picture in that program in the date.
Yeah, okay, I'll call you back about it in a little while. That's a little ways off. It ain't gonna take 2 seconds.
Yeah, long time. Yeah, you do that 3 seconds. All right, I'll call you back to win, Lord.
All right.
Judging me like you don't want no family making posters, just got to buy my coat. Remember Ricky this and Ricky that, nah, ain't the same. Got out the feds humble and they call the nigga lame. Shit, all this shit to the game. Had to cut the ain't try to say I'm raising my chain. Man, fuck it, I told her that I love her, I was plucking. Trust me, this ain't no regular block, boy, this a button. I'm blessed, nigga, don't never call me looking. Bitches wearing weeds, got a nerve to call me thugging. Got on Adderalls and hit the gym, now I'm husky. Niggas say what they gon' do, ain't now nigga touch me, cause they know. If I get caught with this, won't see me till I'm 64. My cousin went against me for some niggas, he a hoe. My brother went against kindness for weakness. My bottom bitch keeping secrets. I'm acting like I don't know. I'm gangsta, don't need no nigga. I'm by myself at the show. Then I shoot back to feel bored. I'm tripping and watching bro. I'm tired right my throat. This shit hurt. They throw a cross and act like it was me. That make it worse. Everybody ungrateful. No, nobody give a fuck. The best thing I can say is stay low key and run it up. Cause you go back to the bottom. Ain't no jury, ain't no models. Ain't no club, ain't no bottles. Back the murderers and robbers. Cause you go back to the bottom. Ain't no jury, ain't no models. Ain't no club, ain't no bottles. Back the murderers and robbers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been patient for a long motherfucking time, right? I've been humble for a long motherfucking time, right? And I really don't give a fuck about crashing out right about now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep my motherfucking name out your mouth, my nigga. If you ain't ready to die, go to jail, nigga. Hey, I know my kids good, nigga. All I got 'em. Yeah. Stay on that, nigga.
I ain't asked now, nigga, for nothing. I took the hard away. So they put me over, coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Hard away. Hard away. Hard away. Young Penny hard away. Young Penny hard away. In the skillet whipping magic. Bad bitches, bad habits. Yeah, the money gotta have it. I used to dream of living lavish. Now nigga living lavish. Find a phone with to see what's fast. If I ain't eating, then I'm fasting, yeah. Fat as fuck, bought a coupe just to see if I can fit in. Yeah. It didn't work, so I gave it to one of my bitches. I should've jumped out of bed. Get what I did? Woke up the next day, we bought a bed. Me and my kid. I took the heart away. Didn't know how to sell crack. I was giving that heart away. So fucked up, I had to borrow play. That shit took my heart away. But I've been through harder days. Fuck that. I was just in New York in the Homer. Looking for some respect. I ain't asked now, nigga, for nothing. I took the heart away. Tell put me over, coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Pouring liquor for my nigga that gone. Thug holiday. Young Penny hard away. Hard away, yeah. I ain't asked now, nigga, for nothing. I took the heart away. Tell put me over, coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Hard away. Hard away. Hard away. Young Penny hard away. I'm number one like Young Penny. I used to shot JC Penny. Now I gon' fuck up the ladies. Spend a few hundreds on pennies. Ever since I can remember, since elementary, all I wanted was me. I used to steal from my grandmama change, just to flex on them little bitty bitches. I be like, I started after the street light. These niggas know about the street light. My block was hot before the wind was tooting. I ain't even keep my baby Gina. Before Titty Boy had turned to 2 chain. Had a duffel bag with a few things. Before I rose Gucci in the moose hang. Run with ghost face killers, Wu-Tang, yeah. I took the heart away. Didn't know how to sell crack, I was giving that heart away. So fucked up, I had to borrow play. That shit took my heart away. But I've been through hard today. Fuck that, I was just from Red Road with the heart before this heart away. I ain't asked now, nigga, for nothing. I took the heart away. Tell put me over, coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Pouring liquor for my nigga that gone. Thug holiday. Young Penny hard away. Hard away, yeah. I ain't asked now, nigga, for nothing. I took the heart away. Tell put me over, coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Hard away. Hard away. Hard away. Young Penny hard away.
Pussy lean, we burn. Hey, FDO, first day out, bitch. Fuck the fed, walked out the jail. I saw 6 forms. I just got out the bunk bed. 3 million cash, can't fit in my hand, this is on my head. They come put that pussy on me, bitch. I'm fresh from out the fed. I say fresh from out the fed, baby. Come put that pussy on me. Turn this fuck in the strip club, ran out of one, start throwing hundreds. Nigga, I came from a shit. The whole world been waiting on me. Took that knife all the way to R&D, gave it to my little homie. Nigga, ain't no more Mufasa, Mr. Goldman. I can't jack the Johnny. Ain't no more outfits from Southland Mall, they set up made in London. Couple hoes jumped on my bed, majority waited on me. She just acting faithful to you till I get home. Trust me, homie, feeling patient. I might do a demonstration off GP. I ain't shot nothing in like 4 years, I ain't sent a hit in 3. Don't let that verse go to your head, ain't nobody slime as me. I'm the one from around the corner where they snake Martin Luther King. Aggressive, out in traffic, cause Hank ain't in the backseat. Everywhere I go, it's car trailing, cause reckless ain't driving me. Get mad when I look around and my members ain't what they supposed to be. Oh, what going on? I'm stuck in a cage, it drove me crazy. 30, pass me that Drake. Your bitch ass out my face. Unfortunately, I'm CEO and the top shooter for my game. My grandma told me keep my grass low the whole time I'm the snake. Smell this block from like 3 miles away. He can't outsnake a snake. I ain't choose the street, they chose me. Stepping on shit my lane. I ain't choose the rap, it chose me. My name held too much weight. Type influence I got where I'm from. Got your guy that told the Drake. When you meet me, you gon' get real motivated. Same day, don't TikTok play it out. Go get your favorite bullet on fake. I rap when I am told, I rap when I got shit to say. SF90, I'm allergic to Corvettes, fuck a CA. This a F8, not a CA, nigga. Mastery edition. In the May, oh my god, what happened to the Virgil edition? In the Ray, wide body, color name, black badge edition. In the same scat pack since I left, that mean you stuck, little nigga. We all on the race to the top, these niggas stuck, can't get no bigger. I got Richard while in jail, locked in the feds, out doing niggas. My watch got on the watch, my train got more change.
Everything this guy know to my yellow rounds, yellow big booty, yellow bones, yellow rounds, yellow MPs, yellow watch, yellow John ring chain, yellow living room set, lemonade goose shoes for my girl. My gun was sitting on 6s, no 20s in my gun. Look at this more than I can, because it is a lemon. I don't judge your peaches, but you look more like a lemon. These sour apple bitter bitches, I'm not fucking with them. I'm truly stupid paid, that's just how I feel today. I'm moving locals, golden zeros in my lemonade. I'm living in the shade, and I'm selling lemonade. Since then, I fight the going right off in the A. Lemonade, diamond rush, they put it in your face. Living head, diamond earrings I wore yesterday. I'm flipping where I'm laying on. That's just how I'm chillin'. I'm smoking grapes and selling chickens, Corvette painted lemon. School chick.
Living on the train with the big cuts. Living on the train with the big cuts. Living on the train with my feet up. Living on the train with my feet up.
Lifestyle might don't make it. Living like high everyday click. Sipping on purpose stuff, rolling up stanky. Wake up in the morning, 10 o'clock drink. Party. Wake up in the morning, checking for me. She's so wasteful. Shut the bar till the 720 more chains. Nobody wouldn't need kicking like brick. You know, even but it's on like chicken. These drill poppers, eat up crazy. Cold clip rolling, everyone's wasted. Some codeine, Sprite, pink, don't waste it. Waste it, run up, it don't taste it.
I'm the unwanted stepchild around here, right? I'm the unwanted stepchild
you already
around
know
here.
you know how you get directly. What's up, baby?
Nothing.
Irv, I'm
Mm-hmm.
having some problems over here. You know, I gotta change it up for the 2026. So it's proven to be a difficult task, you know, when you're trying to win. So instead of me, I've been on YouTube got a new situation over there. It's come about 60 days ago, 45 days ago, to where everybody in competition, they trying to compete with TikTok. So they actually over there doing this right now, but they don't
Really?
have this. They don't have panels, but they got something to where you can go shorts and you can go live. So I went over there for like, I don't know, probably 15 hours over the past 2 days. I've been over there.
Really?
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is take this, add YouTube, add Twitch, and add the other. It's proven to be
Oh my
a
God, you
bit
got a lot
difficult.
going on.
Yeah. It's
I
proven
only
to be
could
a
do one
bit
social
difficult,
media.
but for right now, it's working. Yeah, well, I gotta, cause it be other people, different places trying to tap in with us, and I be over here a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
what's up? What's up? What's up, family? What's up, y'all? But I'm gonna give it a try. Otherwise, I'm gonna start putting a schedule over here because I be just loose. I just come over here and go anytime. No, I'm gonna try to put
Say it
something
again.
more.
You've been being a big loose man. Say it again. You've been
No,
being loose. A big loose man.
you wrong. But no, I'm gonna try to put some over here for at least 3 hours, probably 7 to 10, 12 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it's be people over here all day, so I can't figure out which time I want to do. And then I go to the other platforms. That's all. That's why I've been MIA. Or you know,
Mm-hmm.
you can never be a stepchild. What's up?
I've been
You know, I can
MIA
talk
too,
to you.
so I
You
get
know how
it.
to conversate, so I can talk to you anytime.
Thank you, darling. Likewise. But it's been busy, man. It's been busy.
What's been going on with you? How you been?
Just work.
Is it a good busy?
Yeah, good busy. Good busy. When was this? Monday night. I obtained this property in Newark. I'm gonna
Oh,
turn it into kids home for children. Well, they won't be kids anymore when they age out of the foster care system.
that's what's up.
Um, yeah, and it's in Newark. It's on the same block as the hospital, as
Does a
Bethesda
lot of construction
Hospital.
got to happen to make this happen or not?
So I'm gutting the place from the inside out. I'm gutting it completely. I showed it on my story the other day. It was Monday night. I'm gutting it and
So it's
just
gonna
doing
be quite a bit
everything.
of construction that got to happen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Is it an open floor plan you gonna have, or you gonna? It's a strategy.
No, open floor. So the place is
Oh,
big.
that's good. That's
The
good.
place is big. My brother has a construction company, so I gave the project to him.
You excited then, Earth? Come on.
Yeah, I'm excited. This was my
Yeah,
son's
that's
idea.
I,
I got the
that's
property and I said I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it. I was gonna turn it into like a rental property. And my son was like, Mom, you should do one of those homes for teenagers.
but Earth, isn't that a big commitment?
It is, but you know what? It's needed.
Well, I mean, we can't question that.
It is
But
it
will
is a
it be
big
you
commitment.
100%?
Oh no, no. So
Oh, okay,
I'm gonna
okay,
find I'm gonna delegate. I'm
okay.
gonna find proper people to put them in the position to
That's what's
run the
up.
facility. You know what I'm saying? But it is something that I'm
You told us about that before, so it's coming, huh?
yeah,
See,
because
Earth, you get it. You get
yeah,
it.
I get it. So but my dream, my ultimate dream for myself, my baby that I work on is what my birthing centers. You know, my birthing centers.
Well,
That's
this an
my
extension of that, it sounds like. Am I right?
yeah. You're right. You're right.
That's
Um,
amazing.
yeah, my sons. I have two sons, a biological son and an adoptive son, and my son was like, Mom, you should turn this into one of those homes that's for
How old is
teenagers.
he that mentioned that?
They're both the same age. They're both 13. They're gonna be 14 this
Wow,
year.
they young.
hmm
Why you
They're
pick
gonna be
Newark?
14. It just so happened that that's where I got the property from. I got the property, but it's right down the street from the hospital. And it's freezing winter now. So I don't know if you guys know, right? But a lot of
Oh,
the times,
Earth, believe you me. Y'all, they said up, I mean, to be honest, you need to be careful. Is it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Thursday,
mm-hmm,
Friday, and Saturday?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's serious. It's coming
It
to
was
you
it was
guys. We
1 degree yesterday.
we look okay, right? So we right now. I just got through looking at this. I told my son we gonna have to do a little. We gonna have to go get our fruits and our waters and our juices up because we looking at about we. It just came on the. I hope that it don't do what it said it's gonna do, but it says for us we're gonna be at -4 Friday
Mm-hmm.
and 7 Saturday and
Mm-hmm.
-13 and -10. These is crazy. But
Mm-hmm.
we looking at about 3 or 4 days. They saying certain places may lose power for those days. They saying the ice gonna get 3 inches, and they said north, which is you guys, upper north and south. So I don't really know
Yeah, the South is supposed to get ice rain. North
what's about
Carolina,
to
South
happen, but
Carolina, all of those places. You see, this is why people don't be prepared. Like you need to
nah,
get
they
some
not they not
MREs.
prepared. Earth.
You
I'm
need
just
to
hearing it now, and
you need to
there's
get
no reason for us not to be prepared because I usually
batteries
keep
and all types of
yeah.
stuff, flashlights.
Yeah.
But these people don't be prepared for nothing.
If well, I don't want to say that, but if we was ever to get in a situation where that this type of thing do happen and it happen for a consistent amount of time, we'll be in trouble. And they mentioned that some people may actually not, not make it through there, depending on where
Yeah,
it's gonna hit at.
they're gonna be in trouble, and you got to run a household like nothing in and nothing out because trust me, people are gonna come. People get desperate. They're gonna go to other people's house and take what's theirs.
Yeah, it gets serious. It gets serious up under that. They saying it looks like it. I know it might. The weather they saying is gonna do that, but as far as the ice and all of that, they not sure. They watching it.
It's gonna be bad. It's freezing here. Let me tell you, it's freezing
Yeah,
here.
y'all you up north. I know it's on and popping up there where you at.
hmm
It's
Trust
probably
me, and
crazy up there. It's cold here, but it's not.
it's windy. It's
Yeah,
really cold.
yeah. I know it's crazy up there. It gets crazy up there. Canada, Newark, all of it don't matter. You
A
know,
lot going
the
on.
Dakotas, Minnesota. It's probably ridiculous up there.
Here people come in the hospital for shelter. It's either they're gonna come in the hospital, which the hospital threw them out, or they go and commit little petty crimes so that they could go
I was
in
gonna
the
ask
lockup.
you that because if they come in there naturally, they can't just consume the place like that. You guys
Yeah,
had to put them out.
they throw them out, which is, I don't have the heart to do that. I always try to find a reason to keep them for observation or something, but they throw them out,
Is it a
which
big
is,
population of that up there?
yeah, in the winter months, yeah. Because, I tell you guys, it's very expensive to be poor. The
Expensive
world
to
is
a
not
point where
made
it
for
can
poor
cost.
people.
Yeah, that's
The world is not made for poor people. So that's part of the reason why too I wanted to do this project, because nobody talks about it. How when kids just become 18, all of a sudden they're an adult thrown out there but know nothing. Absolutely know nothing. Some of them don't finish high school. They had horrible foster parents. It's a great deal of things.
you got your age range you gonna have.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do like 18 because they age out at 18. I want to say like 18 to like 22, right? Because I could get them committed to community colleges. I could get them to do their GEDs. I could get them into work programs, training, all of these things so that way they could get on their feet. At least if they go and get like an associate, which is 2 years, right? I mean, I want to give them the opportunity to get something so that they can, start off to have something on their own, building a future or something. Some of them, I have military personnel if they want to go into the Air Force, Army, whatever, they have those options too. You know, I'm gonna be having
That's what's
job
up, Earth.
training. Thank you. Job training, all of these things for them,
What about
different
what about
fields.
any mental health?
Yeah, definitely give them mental health. A good friend of mine, she runs a mental health clinic out of Newark Beth Israel Hospital, which the property is gonna be on that same block there. So I'm talking into her about doing some pro bono stuff. Um, and then too, I'll let them get insurance, all of medical insurance, all of these things. They're gonna be adults. So I have to start walking them through things that adults is gonna start. Some of them don't have no bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? All of these things. Some of them don't even have birth certificates.
Yeah, I was just helping somebody just called and asked me about a birth certificate situation, and I was just helping them deal with that. You'd be surprised how
You
many.
be I was about to
It's
say,
yeah.
people don't have birth certificates, social security cards. Like they've never had these things in their hands before. They've never had these things in their possession. So You know, it's a lot of things. And then, yeah, the mental health is a big thing because a lot of people can't wrap their head around why me? Why did I have to go through this? How come no family wanted to take me? What about my parents, my family? It is something to come to grips with, and it makes them very angry. You know, they've gone through, you know, unimaginable things. You know what I'm saying? It's something.
Do you think, I was thinking, do you think like, if not all, most of people from certain communities have a certain level of childhood trauma?
I think everybody has some sort of
Damn,
childhood
Irv.
trauma.
You think so?
Everybody. My childhood trauma may not be the same as yours, but still, nonetheless, it's a trauma to me, right? All
Damn.
of us, every last person has some type of trauma, childhood trauma that we've experienced. Yeah.
I was thinking that because since I've been over here, we just talking now. Once you start to have a certain level of enlightenment, you start to see certain things, and then you wonder to yourself. And then a lot of people get on platforms and they tell a lot of the stars, a lot of people in big places, and they'll talk about the things. You know, Tyler Perry. I mean, some of the richest people say what happened to them while they was. I be like, damn, did everybody go through that? Did everybody go through that? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
you can one. It wasn't no balance nowhere.
Everybody don't go through the
Right.
same type of
I know, but
situations,
something. You
but
know,
something to impact you. Mm-hmm.
that's sad. Deep
Yeah.
and sad.
Like me, look at me. I have no problem to detach and disassociate from people. None whatsoever.
Would you associate that to trauma though, or would you associate that to a level of certain things that you see from the other people, which may be their trauma
Mm-mm.
or disingenuous? Could That's not necessarily childhood trauma.
No, it came from a childhood trauma.
Wow.
I remember the first time that my mom left to go to the UK. My mom was an archaeologist, you know, for the British Museum and for Oxford University. My mom was a professor there. And I remember the first time that my mom left, I was 6 years old. I never forgot it. It taught me disassociation from an early age, to
Wow.
not have detachment to people because people can leave you at any time. So when you're not connected to people and you detach from people, there's no hurt that comes along with you being disassociated. I
But could
learned
that
that
be a
at
good
6 years
thing because
old.
you're protecting yourself, or ultimately what?
Mm, it's a it's a good thing if you put it on a scale to measure it. But for
Got you.
me, for a long
Not
time,
just 100%. One way to
right?
put
But
it.
for me, for a long time, out of sight, out of mind. You understand what I'm saying? For me, for a very long time, out of sight, out of mind. Like, there's nothing that I have in this world that I'm so tied to that I can't do without. You understand what I'm saying? No
Yeah.
person, place, thing, material item. If you say, I'm going to take all of this from you, I'm going to say, okay, no problem. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not sure if that's bad, Earth.
Well, it to a certain degree, it is. To a
Because
certain
people could,
degree,
I can come in your life and take advantage of you in a certain type of way. Cherry, what's up, man?
to a
What up,
certain
gang?
hi, Cherry, to a certain
What's up,
degree, it
Earth
is.
Goddess? Happy New Year to y'all.
Well, Happy New Year to you. It's not my New Year yet, but Happy New Year to you.
Hey, man. But I want to answer the prompt.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Yes. Yes. He moving like a real boss. Kicking behind and taking names. So you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. And the American people are very hard to please because we're a gumbo of people. Like you say you go to Libya, it's full of Libyans. You know what I'm saying? You go to Iraq, it's for the Iraqis. You know what I'm saying? You go to Egypt, it's full of Egyptians. You come to America, you got Iraqis, Egyptian, black folk, American folk, Irish, Italian, Sudanese. So being as though it's a gumbo, it's hard to like please everybody all the time. Now, we don't know what goes on in that boardroom, in that war room. When he sit back and he get them reports, the thing is, it's a liberal media. You got to watch where you get your news reports from. So I voted for him. As far as I'm concerned, he's doing a good job. Now I'm tapped in with my crypto gang that's on here, and they've been educating me on what's to come next. And it's called the tokenization of assets and all that. We ain't gonna get into all that too deeply. But how I look at it, it seems like the golden era is coming. The tariffs is needed. He's trying to bring manufacturing back to this country. What people want him to do is wave a wand, okay, and act like, you know, an emperor. And because he said it's so, it's so. I don't hate white people. It ain't got nothing to do with being white or black. Like I tell people, if it's so miserable here in America, when you leaving? So yeah, you know, the U.S. do belong to Trump because he moving around the globe like we supposed to as Americans, letting them know we got the best military on the planet. And if you mess with, you know, Greenland and the rest of it and Venezuela, you mess with us. Don't come onto this side of the hemisphere effing with stuff. That's why we going at the Greenland. That's why we had to let Venezuela know this ain't that. And our extraction team proved to the rest of the world that all they running was a bunch of paper soldiers. Go ahead, play.
Nah, that's why you brought that up. That's a good thing, but that's why I was asking. I was looking at a certain level of influence, and to be able to do that, I watch a lot of things. These platforms they want to go to war in a certain type of way. I be trying to have a conversation. Some people know how to have a conversation. Most people don't. But you brought up something important when you mentioned Venezuela. That's why I asked that question. Based on that level of influence, and for that to be able to happen without, and I'm not sure, because you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You on the right track. Go ahead.
We talking.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what it is. So we don't understand what type of power and influence we hold in the world. America freed the world. Okay, now people want to get into Bilderbergs, the Beers, and Rothschilds and all of that. Listen, you ain't never. Jay Electronica is dating a Rothschild. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, all they saying is
been dating a cherry.
That's what I'm saying. A trillionaire, and not a billionaire, a trillionaire heiress. Where I'm going with the conversation is people don't understand power and strategy. See, we're spoiled here in this land. You know what I mean? All we ever had was a civil war that was domestic, and the dropping of the Twin Towers was a false flag. So meaning outside of Pearl Harbor, the Twin Towers falling, and the Civil War.
Let's deal with that for a quick tick since we up here talking. You said the Twin Towers was a false flag. What you ain't got to go. Don't go too deep because they're gonna flag us. But
all right. Well, in simple terms, you had civil engineers.
It's cool.
And so it's civil engineers that looked at the velocity that the Twin Towers fell.
Yeah.
Came from a controlled demolition.
Yeah.
Also, the Twin Towers were double forged with steel, meaning it was already built because of how high it was up in the sky to withstand a plane going into it. So with that said, it really don't take a rocket science. You want to talk about the third building that fell that wasn't one of the Twin Towers.
Oh yeah, you talking about the Pentagon? The Pentagon.
Yeah, well, the Pentagon, one of them. I'm talking about it was 3 buildings that fell in New York City. You know what I mean? The other one didn't get hit by anything and it fell. So it's controlled demolition, controlled demolition, and they had civil engineers take a look at it, and to a point of pulverization that only could come from tannerite and explosion.
All right, Chef, you're going a little deep. We ain't got to go there. Building 7. Yep, that's right. Let me ask you something. You said America freed the world. What you meant by that?
Okay, what I'm saying is when it comes down to democracy and dictatorships and communism, it was more of that on the other side of the hemisphere where monarchy, you know what I'm saying, and what you call it, communism reigned prevalent on the other side of the hemisphere. So we over here, well, I start the top of the Constitution, we the people, why you think everybody trying to come here? We are a free nation, and we are armed.
Cherry, do you think we are? I'm gonna play something for you in a minute. Do you think we are S&G? Do you think that's why people want to come here? You know, if I'm trying to say it without saying it, you know that place that we talk about, Sodom. I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, we not. No, we not. Because if you know the story of S&G,
yeah, I do.
The story was they ain't even want the women no more. All right, as long as I'm here, you here. And people and women like Earth Goddess walking around, it ain't gonna be too much S and G going on.
So why you think so many people we why we having a conversation? Why you think so many people want to come here?
Hey man, we had the biggest free market in the world. This is the only place in the world where you can truly go from $1 and a dream, literally, or no money and a dream. Also, we are an armed nation. So when you think that you're going to get past the military, as soon as you touch this land, it's going to be 4th of July all up on your ass. You ain't going to be able to get, and that's what people don't understand. That's what the forefathers on the side of Mount Rushmore built, but away from tyranny, foreign and domestic. So listen, as soon as you touch down, you see them Palestinians throwing bricks and rocks. We're going to be throwing some bricks and rocks, all right? It's just going to be filled with lead. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to mess with America, man. Like, listen, you know how much of a blessing it is to be an American? Listen, I like Donald Trump. Do I like everything about the man? Absolutely not. I don't like everything about anybody. That's what make him and me. But it's a certain, I would say, posture that he takes when he's dealing with NATO. He told NATO, you owe us a check. Nobody pour more money into NATO but America. See, we don't know that. These are the things that politicians keep hidden from us. And you know they got them paper companies laundering money. And that's what Doge was about. But people want a perfect government. And the world ain't a perfect place, especially not government. But as far as where it comes down to nations, power and opportunity, meaning I could jump on this app, run it up, pop my ish, and create people follow me without the government coming to get you and telling you need to shut up. You know what I mean? That's just where I'm at, gang. Like, this is the only country you could burn the flag upside down. Turn the flag upside down, burn it, stomp on it, but you ain't leaving. Who do that? I just think about how crazy. Like, I was ask my black brothers and sisters. I mean this to you, Play. I want you to think about this. I mean this. Black people always talking about America's, this and that. I can't say the word. Black people are talking down on it, right? I'll be asking them, when you leaving and where are you going? Because if it's a better place than here, point me in the right direction. Do you want to move to Indonesia, that if they find that you spit gum on the ground or you spray paint it on something, that they flog you by a ninja with a piece of bamboo? Do you want to live there? Or because you rolled up a little tree, that they unalive you for smoking tree? Come on, man. Like what? Like, it's all these people complaining. It's like, if I don't like the restaurant food, why would I go back? Why would I keep supporting the restaurant? People always complaining and griping about America,
But Terry,
but they not leaving.
may I ask you something? Have you been to, okay, let me say Japan, right?
I ain't never been to Japan.
Oh, never been. Okay, let me tell you. Clean. When I say clean, clean as a whistle, right? People should have freedom to do certain things, but the examples that you're giving, like, why the hell would you want to be throwing shit out your car window, walking down the street, dropping your water bottle and just leaving it, spitting gum all over the place, all of these things? You see that the problem here is, right? And I'm not just saying that it's not as a natural born American, but as a person who travel often and frequently, right? Is that people in America think that they have a very individualized mentality.
Jace.
Ash, go on mute, baby.
Oh, my bad.
People in America.
Oh, shit.
You're welcome. People in America have a very individualized mentality. Everything is about me, I. You don't think about the next person that's coming after you that could potentially step in your gum. Nobody's thinking about that. Nobody's thinking about, you know what? Let me keep this place clean and tidy.
Earth,
not
is
just
crazy
for me,
you just
but for
said
other
that, not to
people.
cut you off, but that was actually a topic I was tying into that first topic. It
It's
was
ridiculous.
this. And you just said it. But go ahead, Earth. I want you to go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So it's like people in America are like, oh my God, I have so much freedom. I will say this, right? America is the most liberated place on the planet, the most liberated. But guess what? It is also the most careless place on the planet.
That's not true.
Okay, no, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that it's very careless when it comes to people not having any structure, people not having any discipline. Okay, people being of individualized mentality. The only person that you really truly do care about is yourself. Most people will say, oh no, I care about my kids. Do you really? Y'all ain't teaching y'all kids financial literacy from young. Y'all ain't teaching y'all kids proper eating habits. Y'all ain't teaching y'all kids survival instinct. You guys are the biggest consumer in the world also. You want everything for yourself. So for you to use an example of do you want to go to Indonesia where you can't spit a thing of gum out, or you can't, why would you want to do that? Why do you think it's okay when there's trash bin on every corner? Why
Okay, well,
can't
guess
you want
what?
to put it in the trash?
Do you think somebody should be flogging you with a piece of bamboo because you spit some gum on the ground?
No, I don't. I also don't think
Well,
that
that's
people
my
should be
issue.
taking
That's
over
what I'm
other
trying to
people's
say.
stuff. But I mean, here we are. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? I don't think a lot of things.
I'm just saying that's extreme and unusual punishments. So when it comes down to even correction, the House of Corrections, when it comes down to America, America don't have you in there with other inmates with knives and other weapons and making y'all play gladiator sports. They're not doing that. It's a certain
Cherry,
order
I
and
used to
decorum.
work at Rikers Island.
Yeah,
Cherry, I
we
used to
get it.
work at Rikers
We
Island,
get it
Cherry.
wrong. We get it wrong. We get it wrong. We get it
Cherry, I
wrong
used to
Well, no,
work
it's
at
sometimes.
not
Rikers
perfect, but
Island,
you
Cherry.
ever
I
seen
used to
Locked
work
Up
at
Abroad,
Rikers
y'all?
Island.
You ever seen
Yes,
Yes.
Locked Up Abroad?
yes, I
Listen,
have.
you be begging to come back to America and get locked up here.
But I'm just saying, the way of thinking, the thinking is very skewed. It really
It's
is.
not
And
skewed. It's
to
very
me it is. Well,
real.
forgive me.
No,
Forgive me.
listen.
To me,
Let me tell
to
you
me,
what it is to be
okay, all
American.
right, go on.
Let me tell you what it is to be a
Mm-hmm,
black American. First
Hold
of
on.
all,
mm-hmm.
We want y'all to have a conversation, Cherry. Let's see what we can go with.
okay, you're right. Go ahead, Earth Goddess.
No, go ahead. No, I lost my train
I'm
of
gonna
thought.
say
It's
this
okay,
because
go
I'm gonna
on.
take it to the prompt.
Come
See,
Okay.
on.
listen, we kicking behind and taking names now. Okay, all of that kumbaya and his 38 genders. He's correcting where the country was going. It's man and woman. It's not man, woman, and shim and him and the rest of it. So that's what I voted for. Some order and decorum. We ain't got to make third bathrooms no more. Okay, we was getting stripped of our civil liberties. He restoring them. Manufacturing, trying to bring it back. You understand what I'm saying? I'm an entrepreneur. So my thing is, hey, there's more money on my plate. They come down to gum and cleanliness and all of that stuff. That's wonderful and everything. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be filthy rich than clean and broke. That's what I'm trying to say.
So let me ask you, or if you want to speak, otherwise I want to ask this: how we get here, Cherry?
We got here because you can please some of the people some of the time. Now, right there, the new prompt you want to know.
Well, I'm trying to
Time together.
together so we can. It's a conversation piece.
Well,
Did you get a chance to see it?
y'all did see it.
Okay,
We got here because Gil Scott Heron told us the revolution won't be televised. See, the thing is this: you got see people want change without the spilling of any BLOOD, and all the major effective change came with the spilling of BLOOD. I'm
Yo,
not
shut your
saying
bitch ass up, you
okay.
fucking
Give me a
wannabe
second.
fucking wanna.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Shut your
We
bitch
having a
ass up, Trump.
conversation. We having a conversation. I mean, I see I'm making people emotional. See, that's how we got here. We got here because people really ain't for the cause. Meaning, if you feel that passionately about change, then what are you doing to change things other than running your mouth? That's what everybody wants to do, talk about it, instead of getting out there running for something. And that's where you'll find out that you're going to face the same thing Malcolm faced, which is opposition from his so-called own people. The same thing Martin faced, which is opposition from his so-called
you got
people.
a problem with the young man that just came up, or
No, I really don't, because I already know he want to perform. He could disagree.
no?
But I
I'm
mean,
saying y'all got a problem from somewhere else, or
oh, no, I don't know who that person was.
okay.
But I'm just saying that, truth be told, the revolution will not be on this cell phone, and it will not be on television. What that means is it starts up here. It starts up here. And then after that, it starts with your feet in the street. Go ahead, Al. You want to say something? You on mute, Al.
Unmute, sir. Unmute,
Well,
sir.
I just wanted to say, Cherry, you talk a lot, bro. You got a lot of words.
Huh?
So it takes a lot of words for you to express yourself.
Well, he was asking me to express myself.
Yeah, but we all on the panel, dog.
Well, you just came up here in the last 2 minutes, gang.
No, I've been in the chat listening. You quite the
Okay.
wordsmith.
Yeah, we've
You
been
quite
texting,
the
sir.
you quite the wordsmith. I'll tell you that.
What does that
I
mean?
mean, I don't. You talk a lot. I mean, that's okay.
About what?
You
What do you mean by that?
Nothing,
okay?
nothing.
Well, I'm gonna give my opinion about it. this topic, man, because
I'm trying to
uh,
understand what that means. You talk a lot. We on
I'm
TikTok
not.
or Paper Talk.
I'm done, bro. I'm
Herb
done.
got us with the cam
Hey,
up.
hey,
We
let's
got a lot of people on camera
Yeah,
today.
allow me to. What's up, Earth Goddess? Allow me to speak. It's my turn. It's my
happened
turn,
for
brother.
Dexy before. It's an
Black
honor to
Power.
have you guys. Mr. Play, I love your YouTube. I promote it. I think you're doing an excellent job. And you might want to check out the app Clapper. Clapper needs you. And Dr. H, you're
We got
amazing. We love
another.
Chicago, sir.
They got another app. You
Uh,
say it's called who?
It's called Clapper. I'll write it in the comment section, sir.
Ooh, they keep on coming with them. I appreciate that, Mr. Morgan. I want to allow
it's big
Albert to
money,
speak
play.
again. Huh?
Big money, man. You know that's big money.
Man, cut it out, man. Come on, talk to us, brother. How you
Them ain't
doing,
nothing
man?
but these
I ain't
platforms ain't
seen you
nothing
in a
but
few days.
All we need is Miss
I've been
Snatch. We
chilling.
just need Miss Snatch up
I've
here
been
now.
having a few, Albert, I'm dealing with them technical difficulties trying to figure it out. So I've been MIA for a minute.
You, man, I'm trying to. You can't really see in my den, but I'm remodeling everything. Gonna have like a social media studio, and I'm rewiring shit and speakers all over the place.
I'm gonna say yes, sir, cause whoo,
I mean, my
Go to House of
grandson
Blues,
just
sir. Support
started.
the local economy up there.
You want to go ahead and talk, brother Dexter?
Oh yeah. Yeah, your prompt. I'm a Trump fan. I think Trump's doing great for the economy. I mean, Dow was up like 700 points today. So, I mean, I think we're headed in the right direction. So, I mean, it's going to be rough. Maybe first quarter of this year, we get all this situation going around with the world, and then man, he's taking us to the promised land. So, just invest in the market, spend in your local economy, and have a good time.
Talk heavy.
okay, let's come on, Albert. I know you try to show that
Are you
grace.
done? Are you done? What's your name, Dexter? You sure? Are you done?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Doctor H.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and give Dexter your opinion on everything, sir.
Okay. I just want to make sure you get everything out.
No, I'm
You
totally cool. I'm
know.
totally cool.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Trump owned the U.S. Play.
Come
I
on,
mean, the president ain't shit. He's a puppet. Um, he's doing what he's supposed to do. I mean, and America ain't shit. Fuck America. Fuck the government. Fuck them. Where I grew up, this government ain't never did nothing for me and my people that we didn't have to scrounge up, go and get. What has the vote done for 16th and Hamlin, Clay? What has the vote done for 63rd and State? So I don't really get caught up in the sauce, get lost in the sauce with all this patriot shit. What's about to happen, and I would suggest that a lot more of our people, why don't you travel, man? I got a house in Belize. I got some land in Edo State, Africa. Black folks need to leave out the country because Japan is amazing. I ain't even want to come home. Japan is so far ahead of this country, bro, till you have no comprehension. Like when the women get pregnant in Japan, they get 5 years off with pay. What is you talking about? When the pandemic hit and I went to Canada, because I thought about getting land in Canada, I talked about it. They was getting 5 grand a month, play. US equivalent a month. We got two checks that we had to pay back in taxes. We claim that we so powerful, but our children can't even walk to school without getting taken out. We got this epidemic of black women coming up missing, and then they find them in pieces. We still getting hung from trees, but we worried about. I know my man Cherry. That's my man. We can debate about politics. I don't have nothing personal. We can talk about what's going on in Indonesia, but we still get hung from trees, bro. That was the number one commodity in America is hanging us from trees. So it's when you get comfortable in your little nest egg. Oh, don't please, how can I forget? Ghana, Ghana, the technology unmatched, unmatched. So it's like you got to put yourself in the position so that you can educate yourself about this. I'm not really going to be distracted by no European with blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm really not. I'm not. I don't care about a Republican or a Democrat. As far as I'm concerned, burn it down. Burn it all down. Power to the people. I don't like none of it because it's a game. It's a game. It's BS. It's smoke and mirrors. So I don't really, I can't, I'm not no patriot. Especially not in my president, my vice president then said, hey man, we ain't got to have an excuse to being white no more. All we ask you to be is a patriot. Well, I'm not the GDs or the BDs, G. I'm not none of that. Y'all can have all that. So I don't really think that Trump is who he say he is. I think it's a bigger picture behind Trump. And the things that this country is doing is putting us in a position where we're gonna be isolated. It's gonna be on the backs of all the Americans, the citizens that's here working.
You think you
We
think
gonna
you think Trump in
I'm
bed
sorry.
with that? Nah, we talking. You think Trump in bed with that regime that you speaking on?
Which one? Which regime?
You know, without saying no names, you know the people behind the
Oh,
scenes. Hey, kids.
absolutely.
Okay.
Anytime you take Venezuela and you did the same thing in Venezuela that you did to Noriega, you notice you can't find Noriega nowhere. And he was a plant, and then when you got tired of using him, you flip back on him and then locked him up for no reason. When Chapo been supplying you with your shit for 30 years, and then the minute you want to come and get him, you lie and then you lock him up. Now
Hey,
you playing the Greenland game. You want Greenland, knowing good well that's gonna cut your ties with NATO, and you're only doing it because you want to compete with China and Russia, but you know good and well that you don't have the resources to pull that mineral off the land. China owns 90% of the resource mineral plants in the world. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to still break bread with China. So it's like stuff that's going on, bro. It's a game, and he just part of it. He part of the game. So I ain't never really specifically seen a United States president that has done anything for me, my generation, or any of my people. I ain't never seen none of that. I ain't come from that. Not saying I'm the only one with one opinion. I'm just saying that he ain't done nothing for me.
What about Mr. Reagan?
Can I say something?
I don't care about none of them.
Can I say something?
Go
How
go
y'all
ahead,
doing
come
son.
on,
today, brothers?
prison.
How y'all doing? Hey,
Come on.
What's up, man?
I know probably none of y'all have never heard of this. It's called Nassar Jassar. Clinton signed it into law in 2000. It's a national economic aid relief. So that's basically what Trump is doing. He's unaliving the deep state, the corrupt banking cartel, and he's taking us back to the gold and silver backed currency. That's what's happening. I got the research. I go down rabbit holes. I know what's happening. Venezuela was the playground for the deep state. That's where they did all of the smuggling, all of the pedophilia, all of those things at. You get what I'm saying? So that had to happen. And if you go read the National Strategic Strategy, we're not the world police anymore. We closed all our embassies, closed everything down. England, since the Queen passed away, and they broke the wand, because it's all a game, like the brother said, it is all a game. When they broke the wand, when the Queen passed, everything, all of the gold started coming back to the United States on commercial planes for the last few years. So we have all our gold back, because London was the bank. Well, London was the bank, Rome was the capital or whatever, and the United States was the war machine. That's how it ran. So now we're not a part of the NATO anymore or anything. We're our own entity because we had the largest economy. Don't no other country had a larger economy than us.
I appreciate that insight, and I want to say this to piggyback off what Albert was saying as well as you, prison. My whole thing is this, and I'm not trying to be obtuse or an a-hole. What I'm trying to say is, I ask brothers, I ask when we had these type of conversations, Where else will the American Negro go? People bring up Ghana, people bring up other countries, but their infrastructure is nothing like America. Their laws, their customs is nothing American. I'm an American Negro. And people like talk bad about YT people all day long, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be around the YT people from Norway, Sweden, Great Britain. I'm used to the ones here. They understand me and I understand, and we got an understanding already. So instead of, I don't like to point fingers at anybody but myself. In the words of the late great JFK, ask not what your country could do for you, but what you could do for your country. But if I'm saying, well, this ain't my country, well, where I'm from then? Because I know I'm not from Ghana. I know I'm not from Mozambique. I'm from right here. I'm from South Philadelphia, and I'm gonna represent that. Now, people will when the Eagles lose, you'll put a football team on your back and say my team lost, and be on there complaining about that. Say my baseball team lost, but then when it come down to your country, oh, I'm not gonna defend it. I'm gonna defend it like I'm gonna defend my crib. My crib is here in America. My mom, my grandma, my brothers, my sisters, they live here in America, and where I'm at is where I'm gonna defend. No different. I showed up over there complaining about, imagine me going in your house, Clay, telling you I don't like the color of the paint on your wall. You gonna be looking like, all right, well, leave it in. You ain't gonna change the color of the paint on your wall for me. So I look at it like this: America first. We first before Venezuelan. For anybody that want birthright citizenship, we come first, and we allow too much to overshadow what we fought for. Our independence. I'm talking about black folk. You know what I'm saying? So we first, and Trump is setting that straight. You might not like the way he talk, you might not like his methods, but he put it on the table for people that want to be FBA. If it's about that, but if it's not about that, if people want to do the Marcus Garvey thing, let's go back to Africa. Well, why would you go over there to African ripping you off, playing you out? I watch this stuff on YouTube. People say, man, I had to move back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on. I'm staying right here. My people got hung to be right here. My people got unalived to be right here. So I ain't gonna run nowhere. I'm gonna stand my ground like the black American I am, and I mean that, and that's word.
Come on, y'all. It's open panel. We could talk.
I agree with Cherry 100% because we ain't come from Africa. We came here. What Malcolm X say? We ain't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us because we been here. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, I gotta go back to work. I'm gotta go change your inducer motor. I just heard the conversation. I had to be a part of it. Y'all brothers.
Yeah, have a nice day, man.
See, play this generation here. They don't know nothing about John Henry Clark, Dr. Francis Quest Wilson, Godfrey Higgins. They come with talking points off the internet, play. They have no clue of the history of this country, man. Because we don't read in 2026. You can't pay a Negro to read a book. Couldn't pay him. He gonna turn on the internet and listen to a pink toe talk before he read about his own history.
What make you
And
think I don't know about John Henry Clark, Al?
it's unfortunate. Who said unless you that arrogant that you think I'm talking about you? I said this generation. I didn't say Cherry. So if you confident in the man that you are, you would sit still. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, they don't. If you think that this generation knows about him, they don't. You see the behavior,
Nah, they don't know nothing
and
about the
and,
doctor.
and
I got them pendants that I be wearing got certain inscriptions. It be certain things I be doing for reasons just to try to get certain information out there. And these things being important. It's okay if you wanna go a little deeper, we can go to we can go there. It's okay. If you know.
well, see, that's my point. We don't teach about Medgar Evers, the Journey of Truth. We don't want all of that pseudo. See, but we'll
Yeah,
talk
it's
about
it's it's,
the
it's rough. It's
European.
rough, Albert, but it needs to be done. It ain't like it don't need to
Oh,
be
I don't
done.
stop. On an individual level, man, 3519 East 95th Street, 2261 South Carson. I got 4 non-for-profits. Okay. I done got I done got commended from 2 governors in the state of Illinois. But it ain't about me, play. It ain't really about me because I'll never get in the highlights. The ones that's actually out there making stuff happen for our people. We don't get we don't get the accolades, so we don't own the media. We don't do that. So that's the problem. I went to
But
school at Grambling State University. My foundation has sent 400 kids to HBCUs, Clay.
most of those people gonna get shunned, Al, but you know what's gonna get pushed forward first. You already know.
Yeah, I'm clear. I'm clear. And my thing is, I don't think it's about us moving anywhere. It's about who we are as a people. I'm from Chicago. Everybody got their own lineage in this country. My lineage is tied to the Black Panthers, bro. Fred Hampton was one of my leaders. So I'm a revolutionary. I'm ready to die for this. I'm not ready to run from it because my family died on this soil. I'm not doing that. I'm not ready to do that. But what I won't do is I'm not bootlicking. What I won't do is I'm not going to compromise my history and who I am. You can't tell that JEW nothing about his Holocaust that he going to throw in the trash. He ain't going to never tell other JEWs, stop thinking about your Holocaust. You say one thing wrong, that Anti-Defamation League is the biggest gang in the world. It meant that you are eliminated. When it's us, we always got to compromise about our history, our documented history. It ain't like we making it up. Documented empirical evidence of what happened to us. What's still happening. So until we willing to face that, we gonna still get the crumbs on the table. And a couple of fortunate Negroes who's blinded because they got a little bread and a nice little crib, they ain't got no fight left in them. If anything, they'll turn you in. They ain't really got no more fight left in them. We not a cohesive unit. We still a colony, bro. We ain't a community. We still colonized, bro. We individuals.
Mm, mm,
So,
Individual.
why is there so much dissension? Why can't you rally the troops?
That was
You
my next
white. You don't
question.
understand.
No,
You
I
don't
do. I get it.
understand
I
that.
get it.
No, it's okay. But you don't have no clue. No
Well, I
disrespect.
want to say this, right? When you say that what they won't do,
Hold on, Cherry.
yeah, go ahead.
Did big man get a chance? We haven't heard from you. I think you've been patient down there. We can open it back up if you want to speak, Big Mom.
Oh yeah, the brother. Yeah, the brother.
I can't see him down there. Let me see. Big
Yeah, he
Cartel, you
here. You
there?
can't. It's hard to
Just
see him.
you can jump on off if you come off mic when you get ready. Go ahead, Cherry.
Okay, so here's my thing. I hear what Al's saying. I just don't subscribe to that way of thinking. Like, for instance, I just said before you came up here, this one country where you can say you hate your country and don't show up at your door, like a Gestapo. Like meaning this. You go to another country that's very crooked and corrupt, like a lot of them African nations, they're going to come see you. They're not going to let you just keep talking down in the country without it being some type of problem behind that.
Right.
And that's part of your American right. So I'm just not one of those brothers that walk around and think about what can't happen for me. You went on to say, and then again, that's the way you feel. I honor that. I just don't think there's nothing I can't do in this land. You have foreigners that show up here. Shout out to my Yemenese brothers that organize and play the game.
Right.
Bottom line, they organize and play the game.
Right.
They understand the game of Monopoly.
Right.
Money first, then comes power, then comes political influence.
Right.
So I don't walk around thinking I can't organize.
And I want to.
That's the first thing.
And I
The
want to
second
add
part-
Case in
to.
point,
I
all the
want to add
Somali
to.
fraud.
I want to
All
add
the
to.
Somali
I
fraud.
want to add
Go
to the
ahead,
Cherry.
Big. You got it. Go ahead,
After
Big.
Cherry, after you get done, I want to add to it. So go ahead and finish, but I want to
Okay,
add to it when you get done.
So just to address my position when it comes down to what it means to me to be an American, what it means for me to be an American is me seeing the opportunities around me. Is racism there? Yes. Is prejudice there? Yes. But I don't let it define me. That's something somebody else got to walk with in their heart. Want to know why? Because both my grandfathers did more with less. They didn't have smartphones. They had less than a 6th grade education. One was a baker, been an Essence magazine, Jet magazine back in the 70s. And one had his own variety store and passed for being YT and owned property all throughout Philadelphia. So how could these uneducated men with no smartphones, no library to go to, right? Coming out of Suffolk, Virginia, do more with less. And here I am, a modern black man, talking about what I can't do and what they not going to do for me.
Right.
I mean, all the men that came before said, do for self. They didn't tell you to make the newspaper. They did not tell you to make the nightly news with Brian Gumble. They told you to do for self. And that's the benefit of being American. This is the only place, said by Elijah Muhammad, not Cherry Springer. This is the only place in the planet where you can sell anything and become wealthy. Go ahead, Big.
All right. I appreciate that, man. I didn't want to interrupt you, and added to the conversation is about societal order and the betterment of humanity. So sometimes what happens is that our ancestors had the pyramids and they was following the black belt, which eventually became the Bible belt. So there was already a system in place. So, with us being born in this 21st century and with a digital footprint instead of a physical footprint, that was something new that we had to learn and adapt and adjust to it. And then they came out with AI, so we had to learn the internet in 2004 with MySpace. Then it came out with Facebook. Then it came out with Instagram, TikTok, and then WhatsApp. Then you could download the apps. So like, all of these things like now, man, it's still like new for a lot of folks and a lot of OGs and family and friends. So, we all just trying to like do things. I just spoke with an OG this morning and he said, hey man, you know, let's start here today. So I said, okay, even though I've been a business owner and I'm 40 years old, I said a nonprofit as of now going forward is $1 membership. So I don't want to hear a nigga talking about he ain't got $100 after he just got out the strip club all night. Like I don't even want to hear that. Like, cause at the end of the day, niggas broke for a reason, and you might not be broke because you got a whole bunch of money, but we know you can still have a whole bunch of money, but and have a whole, but you still broke with your virtues. You still broke with your vices. You just broke on that. So you still haven't came to the rite of passage even though you got the money. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I was just trying to explain to the OG, like, damn, y'all got $100 when it come to getting a bottle. Okay, now we gonna drop it to $1 now and see what nigga got to say after that. You know what I'm saying? Cause I've been doing this since day one. So OG can't come to me trying to play on my top about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that. He gonna need a better edge up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, where we start? If it's a bigger play, then what's the play? That's what I'm saying. I want to know the play because I'm like, shit, I don't want it. I know for a fact the goal was to prevent 1,000 black messiahs from rising. So I'm like, who want to go first? Because it's like they lost. The white man lost. They lost. They don't know what to do at this point because they can't stop the black man. It's inevitable.
What?
The white man can't stop it. Does the U.S.
See,
belong to
see the
Donald? Does the U.S. belong to Donald Trump? No, he don't own the. Nigga, I can give you $1 million right now, nigga. You can't tell me what to do, nigga. It don't matter if you got $1 billion or $1 trillion, nigga. Can't tell me what to do. No president, no president, no president owns the United States. Like this is just facts. My family, I got one of the biggest families in America. That nigga Trump don't run shit. He don't run shit in the penitentiary. He don't run shit in the military. How you gonna tell a combat veteran that's in Iraq and you in motherfucking in the White House with AC and he in Iraq with no AC? You can't give a man no orders like that, bro. We gotta make it make sense. Does the U.S. belong to Donald Trump? No, nigga. You
you
can't tell
repeating
him.
yourself, bro.
You can't tell a nigga in the penitentiary that got no AC what the
You
fuck he gonna do.
you
You
keep
know what I'm
repeating
saying?
yourself, man.
Exactly. So what we doing to go forward with the conversation then? Since I'm repeating myself, you old.
Man, Yeah, play. Ain't no fight. Ain't no more fight, bro.
So how we
Ain't
going
nothing.
forward then?
If hold 1 second,
Gotta
brother.
stop the crab in a barrel
One
mentality.
1 second. Man. Uh, life is more than a job and a pocket full of money, play. We ain't thinking about the life of our children, the women in our family, the land that's being taken from us, all the crime. That ain't worth having a decent job and a pocket full of money, man. And that tells me a lot, man, about in 2026 with all the stuff that's going on. When we got a Sonia Massey, a Sandra Bland, a Philando Castile, when we got that going on, and you telling me, well, at least I got a good job, this is the best place of opportunity. This is the best place where you can have all the opportunities you need. But we can't talk to them families about that. Breonna Taylor, can we talk to their family about opportunities? Good jobs? Can we break that down to them? How wonderful this government is? How they trusted this government and what happened? So it's like, man, we totally off focus, man. Our agenda, man, is I don't know, it's in left field, bro. And I'm fortunate enough to be, if not the oldest, one of the oldest on people on this panel. And I done seen it come and go, play. And it's sad, man. It's sad, man. We want to tap dance and speak soft, you know. We want to be peaceful. You know, we don't want liberation, we want peace. Give me my big piece of chicken and let me go on and sit in the corner, play. That's what we want. Listen, you can hear it. No threat at all, man. At least when I look at a Latino play, you know what I see? I see revolution play. You see how they be willing to fight for what's theirs? I see that Korean. He may not fight with his fist, but he sure enough go up here. He sure enough go up here. It's a Chinatown, little village, an Italian town, a Ukraine town.
Greek town.
We ain't on it. We ain't on that, man. We ain't on that. We ain't on nothing. We want a
Gotta be
job.
a
We want to work for Mr. Charlie.
gotta stop looking at each other like the enemy and stop with the crab in a barrel mentality.
Dexter, I'm not angry. I'm speaking on the life of how we live. I keep telling you, man, this where, my little friendly Europeans, you might be friendly, but you're not my friend. Just stay out of business you don't have no knowledge of. I don't expect you to understand. I'm not gonna hold you accountable. Ain't nobody angry. This is the life we live. This is every day for us. So
So I
really
only
it's
got,
it's in your best interest to stay out the way.
hey host, I only got a few minutes, but can I answer your prompt? So, do I think that the United States belongs to Donald Trump? No, I don't think he belongs to Donald Trump, but I think Donald Trump is probably the best thing since sliced bread. Because, I mean, under Joe Biden, our dollar was worth less. Under Donald Trump, our dollar is going back up, right? So, why wouldn't we both agree that he's the best thing for us? You like money, I like money, right? I guess you don't talk.
For me,
Yeah.
no, I try to provide a space where other people can talk while I don't overcome talking like how other panels do. I want to allow you guys to speak.
No,
Uh,
Mr. Play is totally cool, Miss Sarah. He and Dexy are good buddies. He has a YouTube channel.
okay.
Mr. Play,
Me and
Miss
Dexy,
Sarah's a
me and
small
Dex.
business owner, owns $100 million a year trucking company. Lives in a $5 million crib in Florida. She's totally cool, sir.
Me and Dexy are friends. um, no, I mean, if you look at the U.S. dollar that has went up, I mean, it's went up a lot. So I mean, I don't think nobody owns the United States beside the Americans, American Indians, actually American Indians to be exact. But um, you know, so I just wanted to answer that. I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question Mr. Trump's better for business. So you just got to be a businessman and take advantage of it. I mean, stock market went down yesterday. It just rallied today. So it'll be up by the end of the week. So you just got to be smart enough to take care of business and do that. I mean, why is there one Michael Jordan? We're all a huge fan of Jordan. You know, nobody's ever done what he's done. Magic's close second. Another great basketball player, businessman. You know, you just got to be smart, man. Move your chips in the right direction, right? Like you're diversifying yourself, right, Mr. Play? You know, creating an empire. You know, being smart about it, taking advantage of everything. That's all it is. There are a lot of people that won't, and there are a few that will. 2020 was a year of the billionaire. Boom. You know, and it may come back again. So you just got to look at it like that.
You guys know like under Joe Biden that it was the dollar was worth like 0.815 and now it's like 0.859. So it seems like a little number, but I mean it's actually a big number.
Yeah, I mean it's huge. I mean, fortunes are made and lost every day, and every year, and under every presidency. So we need to go with the guy that's best for business, because after all, money is what everybody gets out of bed for every day, right?
Yes.
And you can never have enough money. I mean, I understand people are upset up here and everything. Well, you never lived Dexy's life. Dexy eats steak and shrimp every night. Dexy's super happy. You know, living the good life. And look at all the fraud that's going on. Everybody wants to live the good life. There you go. Everybody wants to drive the Maserati, the Rolls Royce. You know, go in a steakhouse like Ric Flair to where you know, it doesn't matter. You spend $1,000 a night. You know, that's what America's all about, man. Prosperity. So, you know, everybody wants to live a good life. So, you know, take advantage of it, man. Grab that proverbial brass ring. You know, everybody wants to own their own business. You know, everybody wants to do this, that, and the other. You can do that here. You can't do that in every country. Yeah, Dexy's been to a ton of countries. You can't do that everywhere. You have too much, you know, we'll call it dictatorship, stuff like that. We're still a democracy here, whether people believe it or not. I mean, you can say whatever here and have little to no consequence versus the other countries and the regulations. I mean, you can start a business here. You can do anything. It's a you thing. If you can't, if you starving in America, that's a you problem. I mean, there's food
Nah,
banks, there's churches, there's charities. The government will pay for you. The government will give you loans, low interest loans. I mean, if you can't make it here, that's a you problem.
Dexter,
nah, I
it's
fully
not about
can't fully
it's not
agree
about
with
being an
that.
individual. It ain't about being an individual, and it ain't about money. See, your face paint, your face paint, so you can. Don't nobody respect you in the world.
Mr. Light, hold
They
that
fear
thought.
you. They fear you. They don't respect you.
Oh, Miss
So
Snatch, you're here.
what you
Awesome.
talking about?
Hi,
What you talking
Dexter.
about ain't shit.
How you doing, man? Sir, why don't we break bread together and you can tell Dexy all about your version of life and
No,
Dexy will listen to you.
no, no. I can't break bread with you, bro.
Why not, sir? The Wiener Circle,
I can respect
Gibson's,
you
House
from a
of Blues.
distance.
I'll tell you what, you pick the restaurant.
Okay, you guys, let's not get too circular. Mr. Light wanted to jump into the conversation.
No,
Mr.
it
Light,
Oh,
sound
go ahead,
like
sir.
it
Man,
sound like Albert
snatch,
trying to
don't
go
turn
up.
into Walter Concrete. Concrete, correct. Don't do that, snatch.
what you
It
say,
sound it
Don't do
Corey?
sound
that.
it sound like
Don't
Albert
do
want to
that.
have the conversation and want to go a
Yeah, I
little
want to have
deeper
a
with it,
conversation.
but
I'm not here to play politics.
Okay.
I'm not here to play with no European. Okay, that's talking to me about something he can't comprehend. He's so ignorant you can't even blame him
No,
because he
I
don't
totally
know.
understand everything you're saying. I can
He
have a
in the
conversation
same
with you about
country
it.
I'm
Snatch, what's
in.
up?
Hey, Clay.
Yeah, he in the same country I'm in and have no clue about what's going on in this country. None. He don't even know what our country is doing overseas to other people. How many people we done unalived
All in the
for the
name of
sake
war and saving
a
America, sir.
democracy. So when somebody do something here, we go to jail for what they do around the world.
That's
Like
because it's all in the
Smyrna is
name of war,
Smyrna.
sir.
So now when hey man, stop cutting me off, man. Like you talking like I don't know what that is. That's an excuse to take somebody's life unwillingly. Innocent women and children in Palestine, Kosovo, because we love America. Man, that's BS, man. And enough of us don't talk about it. We want to be politically correct. No, I'm not going to be politically correct. I'm not going to be make you feel comfortable. I'm not because I'm upright now and I see things all around me. And we know the state of this country. People suffering in this country, man. We over here in Ukraine dumping trillions of dollars, and we can't even feed nobody over here. We just tell them, hey man, it's prosperous, man. Just go get a good job, go get a check. Pure ignorance, man. But play. We was talking about big old booties and twerking. You couldn't get a word in. You can't get a word in. Now you got to think and you got to read. It's quiet like a church mouse.
No, I'm just waiting for you to finish, sir, because you said you accused Dexy of interrupting you.
Why you think I'm talking to you, man? You irrelevant to me in
Well,
this
yeah,
topic.
but I'm the
You
only
don't
one
have
that's
no you
debating
don't
you.
have no leeway in this topic, man. It's understandable why you feel the way you feel. You should. I don't think you're wrong for what you're saying because you are who you are. I
Well,
expect you to talk the way that you talk.
I like to get a word in. I mean, my thing is in these conversations.
Yeah, go ahead, Cherry.
No, I'm gonna just be brief. I think in these conversations, it's good. America is a gumbo pot. Everybody lives here. That's why I said to play with before you got up here, or anybody else that got up here. If I don't get the perspective of the others that live here, then I'm only gonna see things through the lenses of my eyes. So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Al, but for me, I mean, aren't aren't Caucasians 53% of the population in
A little more
America?
than that. A
A
little
little
more than
more than
that.
that, exactly. So meaning they're the majority. What we about 13, 14% of the population for what I recall. So at the end of the day, by the numbers game, what the white man got to say definitely matters in this country. That's why I always ask. People don't like when I say it, but I always ask. It's not to you, Al. When are you leaving?
No offense taken, brother.
No,
No
no,
offense
I
taken.
want, but I want everybody to hate America so bad. Everybody from my Yemenis friends to my Somali friends to my friends from Tanzania, everybody trying to get here, and they call it's so much opportunity here. They don't even bring up white people. I'm just being honest. But then us that's here, I feel as though us as black folk need to quit pointing the finger and look in the mirror. I look in the mirror every day and I say, I blame me. Anything I'm going through is me. Now I understand John Henry Clark, Claude Anderson. My father's in the Nation of Islam. I was coming up with that since the age of 5 years old. That's 85. What I'm saying is, I asked my dad one day, okay, Farrakhan Elijah Muhammad collected money from Negroes for a long time. Why isn't it one town built that's just all Nation of Islam? Why is that? And he just stumbling and fumbling for words. I'm saying that's a long time since 1930 up to damn 2026. You can't buy one of these towns that's for sale in America and take the money that you've been taking off Negroes and build the town. So I'm just saying the fix is in. What you gonna do for your country? Okay, I don't value this country. That's why I say when you're leaving. When are you leaving? Because I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here. I say give me liberty or give me DATH, and I'll roll like that.
Hey, I think America's the greatest thing going, and our American dollar is the best thing that's ever been. So I'm pro America, man. So I'm pro military. I support everything America does. Right? Right. Hey,
Cherry,
listen,
can I ask
nobody's
you something,
perfect.
Cherry?
Right,
Oh, go
wrong,
ahead.
indifferent. You got to support people. And that's a
Mm.
you problem if you can't ask for help or take help or whatever. Dexy tries to
You
help
trying to
people every
speak,
day.
Earth? You
You can
trying
take
to
a
speak,
horse to
Earth?
water, you can't make it drink, right?
Mm.
Go ahead, Earth.
I was just gonna ask,
I'm listening.
why does anybody have to leave here? I mean, America is the land for everybody. It was built on slavery and it's built on immigrants. Why does anybody have to leave? And also, America is in everybody's country. America have freaking military base and embassy in everybody's country. America's in everybody's business. America gets supplies from every other countries. Hmm? They get all of the
We're a
minerals.
global
Do
economy
you
now,
hear me
ma'am. Have been since
talking? Do
like
you
the
hear
late
Hey,
me
Dexter,
'80s.
do
talking?
you
Do
hear
you
her
hear me
talking, man?
talking? Or do you only respect man? Do
Bitch
you hear
ass
me
motherfucker.
talking? Why speaking when you were speaking, sir?
So
Like
you
I said
asking
to
me?
Cherry, let me finish,
Okay, I
please.
thought you asked me. Okay.
So I love when I hear Americans be like, "Oh, go back to your country," or "Why are you coming here?" or "What?" No, everybody should be able to come here, and everybody can come in. Everybody's supposed to come here because unless you're widely traveled or unless you're a military personnel, you probably won't understand this concept of what I'm saying. America is in everybody's business. America is in everybody's country. America is one of the only country to have embassy set up in almost every country, or at least over 60 country.
What you think that's
Okay,
about,
Real.
man?
America is the only country that feel like they need to go and destabilize and restabilize other people's country. Meanwhile, people here in their own backyard are living below the poverty line, don't have enough food, have shitty ass schools and all sorts of things, but they need to go and pick people's government for them. And I'm saying that as who I am. And if you don't know who I am, well then I guess you're not supposed to know. But I'm just saying,
Like,
like like, why do you guys feel like y'all have the right to get up here and be like, well then, don't come to our country?
uh,
I'm not even really listening to people.
Well,
If
then
you've
don't
not
well,
accept
served
well,
a,
our
if
American
you've not,
dollar
well,
to
can you shut
support
up?
your
she's
economy.
Can you
asking me,
shut
and I
up?
can explain. She's
And if
asking me.
you've not, and
Don't
if you've
accept
not
our
served
help,
a
then.
day, and if you've not served a day in the military, then I really don't want to hear shit from what y'all are saying because you really don't love your country as much as you're saying that you love your country because you have not done shit for your fucking country. If you've
Yeah, we
not
pay
served a
taxes.
day
That's
in the
called loving our
That's what
military,
I was
country.
going to say.
listen, honey, everybody pays taxes. Even the undocumented immigrants pay taxes. So you're telling me that the undocumented immigrants that y'all hate so much should also be on the same level as you, a patriot of this good, great United States of America, and you have not done shit for your country? If you've not served a day in the military, you've not been of service to this country. You only asked what your country could do for you because you haven't done shit for it.
Okay.
Okay?
Well,
So
you want
stop
me to
telling people that
respond?
they should not be coming here.
Ooh.
Well, you want me to respond to you? My answer to your
Sure
question
you
is
can.
this. No. My answer to your question is I'm saying if I came to your house and told you that your food was nasty, I don't like the color of the paint on your wall, and I can't stand your furniture, right? Would you still invite me back to your house? Yes or no? Yes or
No.
no?
No.
Okay, exactly. So what I'm saying is part of being American is making a difference. That's what part of being American is. That's why I bought when Albert's conversation points. I'm saying I don't got time to point a finger. I'm too busy trying to make a difference out here. Okay, I didn't like the way things were going with my career at these companies. You know what I did? In my wonderful, beautiful, strong finance country, I started my own business. I filed the paperwork, submitted my $250, and guess what? Built my business brick by brick in this country. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is if you really believe that it's power to the people, well, mobilize, organize, and make something happen. But to think that we can't affect change in said country, I think is a bit crazy to me. Because again, my forefathers did more with less. They organized more with less. They was the ones. How many people on this live been sprayed with a water hose, bit by a dog, had milkshakes
Right
poured
here,
upside their head in the name of
right
eating
here,
cheeseburger? What
right
I'm saying
here.
is present
You
day,
asked the
not your
question.
grandmother, you. What I'm saying, that's not
No,
going on no more.
I got
Wonder
a
why?
dog.
Give me a
I
second,
got
Al.
a.
I'm in the middle of my
I had a
saying. Give me
pit
a
bull
second.
let loose
Yeah,
on
give me a
me.
second. Al,
You
give me a
asked the
second.
question.
Give me a second, gang. I'm gonna give you the mic. What I'm trying to say is people
You
fought
been
for
talking
something.
shit.
Bro, I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say. She asked me a question.
But you asked the question like you thought nothing like that happened to none of us. You
Al,
wrong.
I didn't say Al. Remember you said, did I say Cherry? Did
You
I say Al?
you just asked the panel
No,
who
Al,
had a
Yeah.
water hose let go on them.
Al, Al. What I'm trying to, the point that I'm making is
Man,
the point that I'm making is people fought for something in this country to make the country better for their people. So instead of pointing fingers, make a difference. That is my point. Now, Al, I hear you saying you had a water hose pointed at you. Wonderful. I mean, but that wasn't what my point was. I'm trying to say based upon what they used to play on Channel 12 WHYY every year around when February come around. People fought for something, got jailed for it, and some of them lost their lives. If you ain't willing to do that, then you just talking. Get out there and make a difference in your country. If you take the position, I hate this country. That's why I said, to answer Earth God's question, when are you leaving? I hate the color in your house. I hate the taste.
Hey, if you
Who
don't like the
muted him?
USA, then quit taking
So,
our money to prop up your
so,
deadbeat loser
I'm
country.
done.
shut up. Nobody take your money. Shut up. Um, so Cherry, I don't disagree with you entirely, right? But that analogy about coming to your house and if you come to my house and you tell me that shit, you can't say nothing because guess what? You're in everybody's fucking house with your shoes on. You're in everybody's house with your shoes on. You didn't even take off the shoes at the door. You don't see the no shoes welcome inside. You're in everybody's house on the entire block with your shoes on. And you not only do you go with your shoes on, you go right in their kitchen and you open up their fridge too. You open up their fridge and you do all of that. You even take a piss and you leave the toilet seat up. What are we talking about? You ought to be
Stood
lucky
my
that
point, Earth Goddess.
I understood it, but it was a poor analogy. It was a poor analogy as nobody else has a military base in this country.
We're a
Nobody else has a
superpower.
military base in this country.
Taxpayers pay for the
No,
military in case
So
you didn't know
what I'm
that.
saying
exactly.
to you is,
They all
I
in
don't
everybody's
think you
business.
guys, are really being genuine with this conversation, or you're being stupid intentionally. I don't
Why don't
know,
you tell us what
right?
admiral general you
Can
are
you
in the
stop talking to
military
me?
then?
Shut up and stop talking to me. Shut up and stop talking to me because
Listen, you're not a
I don't want
lady.
to
You
get
don't have any
disrespectful.
class or
I
manners,
don't
okay?
am I trying to be a lady with you? Am I trying to be a lady with you?
I don't know what you're trying to be.
Stop
Like, you're just
talking
a
to me.
lunatic up here
Stop.
ranting
Yeah,
and
I am a
raving.
lunatic. All right, stop
Oh, if
talking
I'm
to me.
not
I'm
in
a
the
lunatic.
military, I'm nobody. Well,
Stop talking
taxpayers
to
pay the
me. Stop
military.
talking
Hey,
to
hey,
me.
hey, hey, hey,
Stop
Dexter,
talking to me.
Dexter, cool out on the sister, Dexter. Cool out,
Dexter.
cool
You're
out on the
ignorant as
sister.
hell. Quit
Listen,
talking
All
to
right.
me.
listen. I think we don't got a problem with immigrants being here as long as they do it the correct way. Coming over here, you've been in jail over there in your country, you're a murderer, you're a rapist. Yeah, a lot of Americans
You
got a
can't say them
problem with
words,
that.
Mr. Light. Mr.
Oh,
Light.
I'm sorry. But you coming over here with you carrying the bad things over here to America, and we got a problem with that because you coming over here undocumented. I feel like majority of Americans don't got a problem with immigrants coming over here as long as they coming over here correctly. But by just pouring over here and just downing our country, that's crazy work. Go back to where you at. That's just sick. If we so bad, just stick to your own country. But yet you fleeing over here. Why? Because we have a lot more opportunities over here. And to take it even further, the Democrats are the ones who are getting these people into this country so they can take over certain things, like getting presidents into offices by offering certain things to these illegal immigrants, voting undocumented, all sorts of things. When Obama got people deported, it wasn't a problem. I stood for it then, and I stand for it now. If you gotta go, you gotta go. If you are undocumented, you have to go. What is the problem with Trump doing it versus when Obama did it? When Obama did it, and I voted for Obama, he treated them people like crap. People died under him. People got killed. All sorts of different things.
Mr. Light.
But I'm sorry.
Mr. Light. You got to use family friendly words on this app. So use
I keep forgetting I'm on a family friendly app, but bad things didn't happen under Obama watch, and I'm trying to figure out why is people such in an uproar when Trump is doing the same thing that Obama did. Can anybody answer that part?
Well, he's doing the same thing Biden did for the last 4 years, and
Hey,
Governor Walz
no,
and Jacob Fry were okay with
but
Biden doing it, but they have a problem with
but
Trump doing it.
they opened up the gates. That's what Biden
The
and
only
them
thing
did. They
illegals
opened
do are
up
build
the
up the census for Democrat voters. That's it. That's
yes.
all.
That's what I
Okay,
said. But
and if
they
you're illegal, how do you pay taxes? You have to have a social
You
security card, a
don't.
driver's license, all that. This
But
is
they
amazing how
allow.
people just pull this out of that.
Oh,
And you wonder why there's so
Biden.
much dissension in
Can
this country. Nobody
can
can
y'all
get along.
ask me how are
Oh
illegal
man, why are
immigrants
you
helping for the
talking? Quit
voting?
talking to Dexter.
I'm not talking to
Biden
you.
You
opened up
are.
the
Stop.
You're piping
gates.
up because
Oh,
you said,
oh
"Oh,
my God,
illegals pay
Jesus
taxes. They
Christ.
do this and that." No, they might go in Walmart, to Target, and spend money. They don't pay taxes to the U.S. government.
I don't recall Biden ever deporting immigrants. Last time I checked, him and Kamala Harris opened up the floodgates, and that's why
Kamala
we're in the
had one
situation
job,
we're in.
and that was be the border czar. And she undid 50 executive orders that Trump put down there. 21 million illegals came in this country, and you guys are okay with
Exactly.
it.
That's why I
And
said.
and and they
That's why I
murdered
said
people,
they
great
opened
people,
the
and
doors.
they're all and they've all been criminals. Do you realize? Do you
Now look,
realize what a federal misdemeanor is? That's the equivalent of a felony anywhere else. And then when you get deported and come back, it is a federal felony. And everybody's okay with all these criminals running around. Yeah, let's just have everybody run around with felonies.
my thing is this. I
But
don't
remember,
understand
unless
this.
you're a U.S.
Hold
service
on.
member, you've done nothing in this country.
I gotta say this. My thing is this. Last time I checked, before Trump ran for presidency his first time, every black person was cool with him. They was mentioning the raps, Oprah Winfrey kissing on him, hugging him. All sorts of black celebrities is showing this man love until he ran for president. Then the notion is he's a racist. I'm a little lost on that.
Do you know
I
the
did,
NAACP honored him at one of their annual awards dinners
yes,
before, and then they turned their back on him?
yes.
Okay, nobody wants to talk about it.
Jesse,
What about you, Dr.
I'm
H?
just
Comment on that. Cricket's chirping again. Continue, sir.
But you think I what you think I'm getting at with Trump? You think I'm
Dude,
downing him
everybody thought
or
Trump had the greatest TV show ever, 15 years, #1 rated for 15 straight years.
hold on?
All of a sudden,
I
oh, he's
think
the
you
biggest piece of trash because he runs for
hold on.
president.
I think you triggered. I think you triggered. My thing is this. This
No, I'm
is what
not.
I'm
I'm just
trying
pointing
to
facts,
say.
sir.
I get that, but
Sir, in
I'm trying to say
1987,
this.
he went on Oprah and she said, "Do you want to be president one day?" And he said, "Yes, I will be." It's
No
on YouTube.
crap.
You can pull it up.
You're not listening to what I'm saying at all. You over talking. You're
Go
not
ahead, sir.
listening to what I'm saying at all. What I'm confused about is this. Before Trump ran for president, the first time, you had a lot of black people way before then mention them in his raps. They want to be the same businessman as him. Now all of a sudden he runs for president. What is the notion about him? He is a racist. He is going to destroy America. All I'm saying is this. 1 minute, black showed him love before he got into that office. Then here come the Democrats putting out this fear-mongering tactic, saying that he's a racist. He's gonna do this. Last time I checked, they said that we was gonna be back on a plantation. I'm free. My mother even said that to me. I said, Mother, if you end up on a plantation, I will break you free. But I highly doubt that would happen. She was afraid that a social security check was going to get taken. Why? Because Democrats put it out there that that was going to happen. I told my mother this, if your stuff get taken from you, I will pay your rent myself. And I highly doubt that that is going to happen to you. None of that stuff has happened. That's all I'm trying to say. Before he ran for president the first time, everybody was cool with him, all black people. Until he ran for president. Then the notion from Democrats got put out there that he is a racist. They didn't never want him in there.
They
That's
also
what I'm
proved
trying to
that
say.
the Russian collusion was done by the O-man, Obama. That's been all over Wall Street Journal, New York Post, New York Times.
All right, guys, real quick. Let me just jump in here and get a mod break. Woo, y'all working my nerves down here. Uh, we at 11.9K taps, you guys. Keep tapping the screen. We appreciate y'all being in the room. Tap the screen. The current goal is 100K and will always be 100K when you come in this room. Please tap the screen. You can also share the live by hitting the share button at the bottom. Share it to your story, share it to friends, or repost the live. We appreciate it. It's 21 shares in here. We can do better than that. It's 39 of us, so we should at least have 39. Please share this live so other people can come in and have the conversation, as well as help the host meet his live goal. It's at the top. He's trying to get those big chains, not the little ones. And anyone on the panel that you are listening to that you are enjoying, feel free to gift them as well. We appreciate y'all being in the room, but please tap the screen. Let me see who hasn't had a chance to speak. Love, and I think that's Conscious.
Oh, and don't forget to promote the YouTube channel, ma'am.
Oh well, it should be streaming on YouTube right now, right,
Ma'am,
Play?
we were all chatting about that earlier, about an hour ago, and take your clips from here and put them on YouTube like everybody else.
Hold on
That
one
that way
second.
you that way
Nexter,
you can do your
Nexter,
5-10 minute clips.
Nexter.
I'm trying to help you, ma'am.
No, it's okay. I got this. Thank you.
I got you. I understand.
Play. You're currently streaming on YouTube as well right now as we speak, right?
Yeah.
So we're already multi-streaming right now. You're currently being played on YouTube as you speak right now.
Awesome.
All
That's what we
right.
want to hear.
So you guys, we thank you again for being in the room. Let's have the conversation. Conscious, you can take the floor if you like. You can speak to the prompt.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and appreciate this little conversation too. I think it's good that we all having it. Don't necessarily agree with a lot that's being said. It and so and you know, it's so many things that has been discussed since we came into this room. But when most recently, it was said there was some comparisons that were made to Obama to Trump. And I just think a lot of times when I hear people defending someone else by using the behavior of someone else, you're not really defending them. You're not, you're saying, well, if he's bad, then isn't he bad too? And so, I don't necessarily, I can't really get with that. As far as me voting to the left for the last few elections, what personally turned me off about Trump was when he began to run and he started making comments. It seemed like he used a broad brush to paint Mexican people by calling them murder and rapists. And that seems to be a, oh, excuse me. Pardon me. But excuse me about saying certain things about them. And it just reminded me a lot of what happened in the Third Reich, in Germany. That's how that regime came into play and was able to change the dynamics of German society. And so that was my apprehension with the president. He was duly elected. And this country, somebody said some things about immigrants as well. And so, like, I don't necessarily feel
My bad,
like, okay, well,
y'all.
if you don't like America, you can leave. That just kind of comes off. If a person says that, then it's like they're taking full ownership of the country. If you don't like America, change it. Now, I like that, and I think I noticed with the brother Springer, I think his name was mentioning about his forefathers. They came up in a different time, and didn't have many of the distractions that a lot of the people who came behind them have. and it's a different battle that's being fought to this day. So his forefathers might be rolling in the grave to see some of the things that they fought for being overturned through executive orders. I believe as a person who's made some decent money in this country, probably not doing it like Springer or Dexter, the guy with the trucking company or whatnot, but I left my community I grew up in, and I think about it quite a bit, the help that's needed in my community. And so I often think about that. And I just, I appreciate the opinion of the non-melanated people up here. I appreciate it. I think we all should be able to be in a certain room and talk and not disrespect each other as well. And also respect our sensitivities, because we all don't look at things the same way. And we got to be mindful of that. We all react to temperature different. And so as someone was saying, if you don't like this country, you can leave. My best friend's grandmother had to leave Atlanta, Georgia in the 50s because her dad got lynched. They pulled him out of the police. They pulled him out the federal police station in Atlanta. And so that, I don't think that a white person could understand that. How could you? I can't understand that. My great grandfather didn't get lynched. That traumatizes people. And trauma, they say, is passed down epigenetically. So if you don't know what it is to be redlined and be confined to a certain neighborhood because of the color of your skin, and then know that, okay, well, we were in this neighborhood not because of how much money we had, but because we couldn't live nowhere else. And so, it feels good today that we don't have to go through that. But there's some Keishas and Kamals who are getting, phased out of job applications because of their name. And so, it's kind of a little gumbo of what I had on my mind, because a lot of things we jumped in and out of. But, I just want to say I appreciate it. I think we all need to hear these discussions in rooms so that we can come to, because anybody in here could hear something and be like, oh, wow, damn, I never thought about it like that. Let me adjust my argument, or let me adjust my thoughts about that. And so, having heard a lot, I don't want to call y'all Trumpers, that would make me change my mind on a few things that or the way I feel about a few things, but I definitely respect your opinion, especially if it was given respectfully, because I want to know how people feel genuinely. Don't smile in my face and you don't feel that way. And so, I think this, it's a good forum to understand and to be able to have a healthy, intelligent discussion about our differences, so that we can come to, a commonality, or at least a common agreement. But I appreciate the time sharing and everybody's input here. For real. And shout out to Chicago. Shout out, Albert.
For
Mr.
sure.
Higgins.
And Play is also from Chicago. Thank you, Conscious Ali. Allah. Excuse me. Allah.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you,
all
Conscious
good,
Allah.
Snaps. Yeah, I'll be
Hey,
back.
Mr. Play, were you talking about the Chicago weather earlier when I was listening to you?
I think so.
Okay, cool. I thought you were in Chicago. I thought that's what you were talking about.
Okay. So Hi, Eminem. Welcome up. Hi, Ariel. Welcome up to the conversation, you guys.
Hey,
You
yeah.
know what? I
Hey.
think, Allah, I think that we should have more of these kind of conversations. There should be more people in these rooms. However, a lot of people don't keep up with the politics, which is sad because a lot of the people who really need to be watching the politics, the people that are probably going to lose their benefits and things like that that they need to sustain life, don't come in these rooms to have these conversations because they're not keeping up with anything, and the world is still moving just as fast. So it's good we have these conversations so that we can get a different perspective on what's really going on in the White House. Um, him and no, Ariel was first. Ariel, would you like to speak to the prompt that him and them?
Does the U.S. belong to Donald Trump? Me personally, and this is just my beliefs on what I believe in, I don't necessarily put my trust in a man when it comes to politics. Um, so when people talk about politics with me and things like that, I wouldn't necessarily say that the world is his because it's not his world to operate. And I mean with that.
So are you only pro woman? Did you vote for Kamala?
No, I don't vote at all.
So wait a minute. People that don't vote have an opinion. That's kind of like not having skin in the
Yeah.
game.
Well, I mean, left wing, right wing is both on the same bird. Um, him
That
and them.
still doesn't mean you voted. We just had a chick up here that said you're not American if you don't serve in the service. Well, we pay taxes to fund the service, the military.
Wild.
Yeah, so that's pretty much an analogy there. I mean, I get it. People in the military think they're nobody, but they seem to forget when they get out of the military, they work for private sector. So make that make sense.
All right, so the prompt, I understand where we're trying to go with this, but I think anybody who's wise enough to know this country belongs to no one but the people. The problem is the people are ignorant, and I'm just going to point out a bit of the ignorance I put in the comments not too long ago because it truly has irked my soul. Now, in 2016, when Kamala and Joe and whoever else was on the Democratic primary were debating, Kamala Harris came flat out and exposed what I already knew. But Joe Biden been a racist. He has a racist past, and I don't mean he said X, Y, and Z because that's not racism. Yes, you can be a racist, I suppose, if you say the N word with a bigoted mouth, but that has no power. The full definition of racism has to do with an actual power and exerting that power. So when Joe Biden was signing certain bills and trying to degrade areas of the black community, what be it state or federally, that's racism. He's actually doing his part in making sure that we stay below a certain line or stay out of a certain community, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that to me was a so-called black woman because I'm not concerned with her genealogy, but I'm not gonna agree that she's black either because I don't believe that. I, Now, but yeah, but when she called Joe Biden out for his racist past, the bills he signed, the things he said on the Senate floor, X, Y, and Z, when she got in bed with him as his vice president, I lost all respect for her as well, and I don't care how you feel about it because as a black person who was born in America, I've got 8, 9 generations that I can point to in a genealogy book that my family kept. There's no way if I deem a white person racist that I'm gonna become his second in command or help him get his goals. And no, we can no longer do business. There's nothing we can do with each other unless there's some crazy type event where we all have to come together against a common enemy. So for me, that whole where black people are praising Joe Biden and Kamala, but dogging Trump, they're all in the same gang. There was a young lady some years ago who mapped the genealogy of all the presidents and found that all of them had a common ancestor. Is it true? I don't know, but it was on the news and other people have verified it. I haven't done my own research because I don't care that much. However, this whole political sphere, if you don't understand what politics is, you need to stay out of it. If you don't understand how and why politics is a thing, stay in your bubble because politics is very complicated. Politics has to do with labor. That's why the president gives a labor account. He has to deal with how many people are not working. He has to deal with the economics, the stocks, make sure the stocks are. There's a lot that goes into politics. There's a lot, and it's way too much for the average person to actually stay in tune with at all times. So my whole thing is if black people really want to talk about politics, we need to talk about our politics, community politics, what the Black Panther political party was actually fighting for. It wasn't just a militia to, you know what I'm saying, hold guns and look cute in all black. That was not what the Black Panthers were. It was a political party. It was a political party that was dealing with the politics within our community. And too many of us have gotten on the side of Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, left, right. None of that matters because in your community, in whatever city you're in, you don't live in an all black city, first off, but whatever city you're in, if you're concerned with the black population, there are certain things that need to be done in order to elevate that population. There are certain resources, there's information that needs to be disseminated amongst those people. And that's what the Black Panthers were trying to do with the free lunch, you know, with educating and teaching the children, making sure they were literate, making sure. Matter of fact, we can go back to Philly in the 1980s with the MOVE movement or the Push movement. I forget which one it was. But the black folks who got bombed in Philly, most black people don't even know about that. But John Africa, he was teaching the people law. He was teaching them how to assert themselves in the legal field. If we don't have that kind of push, if all we gonna do is talk about what Trump did, and then when Trump get out of office, what the next president did, and we gonna keep bashing them, we just need to shut the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, this political thing is a movement. You got to push towards something. You have to push towards better education. You have to push towards better jobs and making sure that private sector and public sector and this, that, and three, the economics, the stocks, the investments, the savings. This is some deep shit, and the average person doesn't understand it. I'm not saying that I do. I know how to use the words and convey a certain message, but that doesn't mean I fully understand politics. That's why I ain't trying to be no alderman, mayor, or governor. But if we as a people are going to have a political conversation, and I ain't putting this on Play because I appreciate Play for opening this up, peace Play, but we got to be more in tune with what politics is. Politics is the rules, laws that govern all of these things, from economics to hell. If you can fish, I mean, there are military people, I'm sure, on the panel and in the comments. You all know that you are not supposed to license God-given rights. However, there are places where you have to have a license to go fish, to go feed yourself, to go hunt. If you ask me, that's un-American. That does not stand on the American doctrine that the forefathers instituted, and we, the people who are in control, should be the ones to bring that to the politicians and say, hey, y'all need to change that. Now, how y'all change it, that's up. That, you know what I'm saying? That's up to y'all. Y'all got the legalese. Y'all know the right words to put into these bills. But at the end of the day, if if everything goes awry, I'll be damned if a game warden is telling me, oh, you need to have a license to fish when the government done fail or there's civil unrest. We have to be on that type of timing. And a lot of us aren't on that type of timing. And that's the reason, not just the black community, but all communities in America are devolving because it's not enough people to keep up. It's like they say on TikTok, we're losing recipes. We're losing the understanding that the elders had. We're losing the drive that the elders had. We're losing a lot of the push that they had to make not just their lives better, but their children and their children's children's lives better. We don't understand a lot of this stuff. I spoke on it earlier today, and I've spoken on this panel. Dr. Francis Quest Welsling and the 9 areas of people activity. If you don't understand that, if that is not your foundation of understanding, you already don't understand what you're talking about. Neely Fuller, who she based that book off of, said it very plainly. If you don't understand racism, white supremacy, how it operates and why, everything else you understand will only confuse you. And a lot of you Negroes is just confused. I'm going to be honest. I don't care what you think you know, you're confused because you don't understand how the system of capitalism influenced white supremacy and how white supremacy has influenced what we're dealing with today. And if you don't get that, you're lost. China, Russia, Germany, all of these places have hundreds, if not thousands of years of history to pull on. We are a new country, 250 years. And as black people, we aren't even that developed as a nation because we've only been free since 1865 or so. And that's questionable depending on where you, so we got to get to a place of understanding. We got to get to a place where we know what we're talking about and we only speak on what we know. And if you don't know, listen. And once we get to that point as a people, whether it's a small percentage or a large percentage, we can move forward. But until then, we stuck. We gonna be stuck talking about shit we don't understand. Fuck Trump. Just like I said, I was a fuck Joe Biden type nigga. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck him, because I knew he was racist. I know he voted on shit that disparaged my people. So it was never, oh, Joe Biden and Kamala. It was fuck both of them niggas. I have no love for them. And that was me. But I'm not a fuck America type person because guess what? I live here. And just like the people on the Titanic, you gonna go down with the ship if you still on it. You still here, shit go bad, you're going down with the ship. You gonna be playing the violin too. So I'm just talking my shit, but I had to get that out.
All right, thank you for that, him and them.
Sorry
You
about
got
that.
it's all good. Listen, woo, such a
Exactly.
such a
Oh man,
sensitive,
he left us.
such a sensitive subject. However, this is a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Why are so many
Dexter, I'm
people
not done
racist against
talking.
white people?
Dexter,
What's
hold
ma'am?
on, hold
Ma'am, I
on.
asked you a question in the comments. You won't answer.
Who you asked me?
Yeah, I asked you if you joined Dexy for dinner at Papados.
Oh, that was
Yeah, on Dexy.
no, no. Like I didn't see it. But hold on, Dexter.
Well, I didn't see your name in there, so I couldn't like comment on you directly.
Oh, I appreciate it. But hold on, Dexter. Just hold that thought. I was just in the
Yes, ma'am.
middle.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Why they hit him with a restriction? What happened, him? What he do?
I have no idea. Maybe it's
Oh,
They've
he
been
got
hitting
hit
us
with
with
restrictions.
restrictions all day, him. Just come on. They just blocking me, but it don't matter. We good. We gonna chop it up.
Eesh. Okay, to have this
And man, it's up
conversation,
with the
remember
restrictions. I don't know why they do that. I
I
just
don't.
seen it twice.
To have this
Yeah, it's just certain
conversation,
words.
remember you have to use certain verbiage, okay?
Okay,
Don't
okay.
try to
Why
work
are
your way
so many
around.
people against white
Dexter.
people?
Dexter.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm talking. Give me 1 second, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You guys use certain verbiage, please. So that you're not flagged and things like that.
Oh, he
But
says in the
that's
comments, he said he was using too many curse words. He was using too many of the 7 verbs.
okay. So does the US belong to Donald Trump? I say it does.
After that snatch, we got to deal with this one. Go ahead.
Okay. I say it does because he's doing whatever he pleases. I've not seen another president go and pew pew another country without permission and not be reprimanded. I've seen him sign more bills into play in the first 100 days of him being in office than anybody I've ever seen before. He has he's changed pretty much the entire structure of which we live upon in under a year. And he's made all his money back times 12. Like, what? Ain't nobody checking Trump. He this is his show and we just here for it. That's just how I feel. Anyway. Um we got a new prompt. In 2026 is everyone self-consumed. Self-consumed. I'm gonna have to marinate on that. You guys, you guys can answer this prompt You want to start, Allah?
He's on mute. He don't realize he's on mute.
So when you say self-consume, what do you mean by that?
You
If you could,
know it.
All about themselves, sir.
Yeah.
okay,
Self-serving.
okay,
You know,
okay.
basically TikTok people.
Well, and then the question was, am I self-consumed or why are people? What was that?
Why you feel people if you've been on TikTok and you've been saying certain things, we try to have certain type of conversations, people without certain backgrounds, and it's okay because I know everybody feel their opinion. I don't know why they doing my prompts like this. Why you feel like people? Why is it like that?
Okay.
Love of self. You can call it what you know. You
Yeah.
can call it whatever you want. I'm thinking. I tried to make it
Yeah, yeah.
general to see what what people's perspective is on that. They doing my prompts like this.
And so I like to consider myself an empath. And or I like to, based upon the way I came up, I tend to put myself in other people's shoes. I grew up in a lot of different neighborhoods in Chicago, mixed race, from the west side to the south side. So I had to adjust. So if you become too self-consumed in a city like that, it'll be to your demise. And so in this year, just reflecting, that's a great question. I'm thinking like what's motivating people to have that. Well, I think about myself. There's times of the day where I self-consume, where I could be investing my time into either my family, my community, or my future, but I might jump out the window and do something to that makes me feel good. And so through therapy, I learned that when I did stuff like that, it was soothing for me and that I was dealing with stress in other areas. Does that relate to what other people are going through? I can't be entirely sure, but I, even in this conversation, I wanted to be careful not to impose my thoughts on everyone out here or pass judgment, but just kind of offer insight or ask questions about it. And so, to be honest, I just the mere fact that I'm on here in a group setting, building with a group of people, I think I'm doing better than I was last year, and I think it's hope to see minds together. I've been in other TikTok spaces with people focusing on mental health, talking about they felt that space was safe for them. And so, it takes cohesion to get something like that going. So I haven't really seen that self-consumption and even, the two fellas in here, I'm sorry, Dexter and the other white guy, if any other white folks in here, it's hard to say you self-consume when you're just stating your opinions. Because if you were being self-consumed, you just say it to yourself or to somebody else who looked just like you. And so, I have to keep an open mind that you may be in here just trying to share your experience with others and how you see it. And so, man, it's kind of interesting. I get caught with like questions, and I love to talk and I love to answer questions, but I've been getting some good questions on TikTok. So I think we're doing good though. I hope I answered that.
Hey, play what's good, bro. Snaps.
How big Thanos?
I get on a plane in 3 more hours to be heading back. I should be back Sunday. Um, I completed my first contract. I'm not gonna sit over here for the remainder of that time. So PTO the remainder of the time and in vacation time. So I'm not finna sit over here. I'm gonna just come back. Then when the next one available, then I come back. The next one that they have available, I'm gonna be in Ghana. The first one was in Nigeria. The next one is in Ghana. So yeah, play. I can't adjust over here. I was over there in Raw Live. Something happened to me like last week. I'm at a market, with my guide. I'm at a little market, they got a little marketplace and stuff like that. So an 11-year-old girl, I didn't know she was 11 at the time. She came up to me and she asked me, she said, hey, how you doing, sir? I said, how you doing? And I looked at her. When I turned and looked at her, she said, could we do something in your room? I said, excuse me? And I'm looking at my guy like that's what they do around here. I'm like, oh, hell no. I said, how old are you? She said, 11. I said, where your mom and dad at? He didn't say nothing. And that kind of like bothered me for like a couple of days. I went over there with Rodney and we talked about it. So I was like, yeah, it's night and day over here, man. Like 1 minute you will be in the state, like you'll be in a nice little area where you live at. The minute you go outside that city limit, it just people getting carried out on dollies, body bags, kids, women, men. We was walking in the marketplace one time, bro, and I seen a dude laying on the ground. You know what I'm saying? He had like a drink with him. He laying on the ground. So I go over there to pull, like, me, I got some money. I go over there to give it to him. The lady that he's laying, her boot is diagonal from me. She said, what you doing? I said, I'm giving the man some money. She said, he's dead. I'm like, oh,
That's your first time over there,
yeah,
ever in
yeah,
life?
yeah, ever in life.
What part you at?
Currently, I'm on the outskirts of Nigeria.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's rough over there, sir.
I'm currently like, cause where they got me living at, cause like I told you, I told the people I want to be in a place where a hospital is at least within a 2 to 5 mile radius of me. So it's kind of rough, man. It's
You give
you
you you
know,
you ain't
Are
giving
you a missionary, sir, or what are
you
you
ain't
doing over there?
you ain't giving up already, is you Thanos?
nah, I ain't giving up. I'm still, I mean, I still got the contract. I'm still employed. I'm just not going be over here for the
I'm
like
I'm I'm
anytime.
I'm 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 messing with you because I try to encourage people to travel for reasons such as that, but it's also places I've been where I've seen limited amount of jails and limited amount of hospitals, not because they are underdeveloped and underprivileged and financially struck, but because these type of things are not taking place what at these particular places in these particular areas. So that's why I encourage you to go over there to just try to open your mind up to see some things. You hope for non-discouragement, but we know the reality of the world we're living in. So
Right.
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean, you
get
know why they
outside,
don't
It's
have all
it's
that over there?
it's. I
It's
mean,
all
I
dictatorship.
not really. No,
Yes,
yeah,
it
no, it's
is,
depending
sir.
not.
on it's a
Okay.
big
All
world
right.
out there. I haven't been I've been around the world, but not to every place to be able to say that. It's just certain things I've seen, and it's very, very insightful. It'll give you a different sort of mentality if you wish, if you've been able to travel to certain places. Go ahead, Thanos.
Yeah, it's like I learned a lot. Like they took me to a couple monumental spots. I learned a lot in regards to like spirituality. Some of the stories of African rulers and queens and stuff like that. Man, black women historically, black women have did some of the most monumental, epic things that they don't teach in this world. And like over here, they know about it. Like in America, you will never know none of this stuff. Like how wealthy black women were, empires that they ran, financial structures and generals and armies. Like, they don't teach that stuff in America. But over here, I learned they got the pictures. They got it in text. You go there. I've been to a few museums, you know what I'm saying? And you can't take pictures, like you can't go in there and just be recording and taking pictures and stuff like that. They don't permit that, but it's okay. I'm cool with
How
it.
long you been? It's been about 3 weeks for you, something like that,
Yeah, yeah. It's been three and a half weeks actually, and I'm gonna tell you something. You know, other than some of the hard truths that you learn, you know, the people over here, they very welcoming, you know, like the older people, they got so many great stories to tell you, man. They'll sit down with you and talk stories all day and night. They not pounding you for money. They know I'm American because of how big I am. And men over here is not built like me. I go to the gym, they be looking like who the fuck this motherfucker is. You know, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just that certain things, like when they told me, hey, your contract up. I mean, you completed your contract. If you want to stay, it don't matter. If you want to go back, it's PTO vacation time. So all the time that you have remaining on this contract, which was booked for 4 months, you know, you can go back, come or whatever. So I told him I'd go back for like a month and start my second contract. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's not what people try to make it out to be. It's not. Don't get me wrong. Like the infrastructure and the market, for, you know, making money and all that is real sparse. You know, they do it. They, you know, they make money selling a lot of farm. You know what I'm saying? Cattle and stuff like that. But you know, I appreciate it. I learned a lot. People ask me like, like the women that I have conversated with, they say they don't like how America portrays black women. They don't like how America, what America did to black men. They don't, it's a lot of stuff they don't like. And like some of the things that the women was asking was why, like, quote unquote, I don't want to, but I know what she basically was saying, why black women in America is only known for twerking. But I'm like, and I'm like, that's not what they know for. She said, well, that's all we see on social media. We don't see black women building things. We don't see black women creating things. We only see black women just, twerking, showing their butt, fighting, and
Hey,
all of
sir,
this stuff.
can you tell us why you think that is?
Because black women don't know how to stop bending over,
Don't you saying an ogre?
huh?
I didn't hear what you said. I didn't understand it.
I say because they don't know how to stop bending over. Every time you pull a camera out, they want to bend over and twerk and move their butt.
Oh yeah. It's a dump truck, sir. We're huge fans of it.
You must be think I'm not from America or something.
No, I do. I just want you to kind of relay to us the difference between them over there, and you're saying they're evolving as a society, and then you
No, I
got
did not.
what we have over here.
I did not say that. You misunderstood everything I said. So I said the conference, like when I speak to some of the women over here, they ask, why is it that black women in America, they are known for twerking instead of known for creating things and,
because they
you
want
know,
attention.
Oh
They
yeah,
want
you
I
know,
agree with you.
attention. It's
so
attention
that's what
seeking
they was
behavior.
asking. They wasn't saying they said they didn't like how America did the black. They don't like how America did the, and stuff like that. And they were just like, why is it that black women only being seen to be fighting on TV and twerking and bending over dancing? I couldn't answer that question, man. I mean, what you want me to say? I can't answer that question. I mean, because the minute they dance or hear a nice song, that's the first thing they do. What you want me to do? Lie about it? No, they looking at the same thing we looking at.
Oh, by far, yes sir, yes sir.
I just, I let it be what it is. I don't, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot to be more appreciative because of how these people's life is set up over here, man. Like, these people going through it, but they surviving every day. They going through it, but they surviving every day. I've been to one gold mine and one coal mine. And to see the type of work the men, the women, and the kids put in to get barely nothing, it's disheartening, man. So, like, I know I have a different appreciation about life now because I experienced it. Like, the type of money that I make doing this here, man, if they knew, man, they'd treat me like I was a king over here. But I'm not a flashy person, man. I'm not. But I appreciate it, man. Like, I
Hey,
really
no, you're in
complete.
Africa.
Yeah,
What you said you're in Nigeria?
I'm on the outskirts right now. I'll be leaving to the airport in like 3 more hours.
Okay, on the outskirts. I'm thinking, like, I know Abuja State is like in the central area of Nigeria, Lagos. You know what I mean? I'm like, where is he? Where are you? Where you're seeing this? Because Africa often gets depicted as this crazy place, but it's really beautiful. They have money and they
I'm
have things
telling
going
you,
on there.
they have beauty. Listen, they have and they right now they like people think. See, this. I'm gonna say this right. Like how they try to make it seem like other countries over here on this side of the world is invading Africa to take the resources. Many motherfuckers over here ain't having that, man. They ain't having that. They will keep, man. They will, man. All right, okay. They building. You know, they building and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just a slow. I mean, by the time they modernize, it will be long and gone. But you know, I can appreciate the fact that I was part of the modern. The modern of it. Well, what exactly are you doing over there, sir? I must have missed what you said.
Nah, that don't him. He's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
We ain't gotta go on to that.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were like missionary or something like that.
Well, I'm glad you're getting to see some of Africa. That's pretty dope. I've always wanted to go there myself. But did you want to speak to the prompt, Thanos?
Okay.
Thanos, you there? No?
He's on mute.
Oh, it's okay. He know how to unmute. Trust me, he's good at it.
Okay, I
Albert,
sent you a message, ma'am. You won't. Yeah, you won't answer, Dexy.
you want to take me to Papados?
Yes, ma'am. Why not? You're
Papa
famous.
Papados is in Texas.
Well, Papados is in Atlanta. It's in Forest Park, Ohio. You just picked the one.
Wow, that's
Yeah, there's two in Atlanta.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's in the Landry family. That's Furman, Tillman Fertitta. He owns
Snatch,
a
I thought
rocket.
you was in a relationship, Snatch.
I
It's
am.
okay.
I'm
Dexy didn't
sorry.
say
I'm
he wants
sorry.
to
I
move in or
apologize,
anything.
Snatch. I ain't mean to speak for you. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, Dexy's
What we
way better
doing?
than
What
your
we
dude,
doing,
sir.
man? Come on, y'all.
Dexy's way better than your dude, ma'am. And Dexy guarantees he has 3 inches on him at least.
Oh my God! Did you see?
Whoa, you got religious again.
Wait, did you see? I looked up at the screen like, what the fuck? That's funny. Listen, Dexter, you cutting up today, bro. Oh
There
my
we go.
God.
There we go.
Do we do? Albert is gone.
No,
Let me
he's
see.
there. He's there. He's teacupping.
Albert
Yeah, I've been
is
texting. I've been texting with Dr. H.
Kizzy. I see you down there in the comments.
Yeah, I know. I recognize Kizzy.
Albert.
Go ahead and
is
talk to us, Dr. H.
is everyone self-consumed?
I think so. I think in 2026,
Thank you,
that's
brother.
all.
Please,
That's
somebody
all
was.
I've been hearing on this panel. Um, a dead ring is when you give up information nobody asks you about. Um, we so consumed in our own thoughts, feelings, we don't care about each other on the general. We just want to make sure that we get what we got coming. We don't care about humanity and none of that shit. It's just about what's going on. And truly, I had a live yesterday about this. We live in and we're reacting to trauma in our lives. We can't even live our authentic self because we coping with trauma. So it's just a lot of self-consuming. You know, it's all about me and my self happiness and all that self love talk. So yeah, I think I think the prompt speaking some deep rooted issues. I just think people don't have the stamina to be able to really tap into what this prompt talking about. It's just a lot easier to talk about frivolously. I don't think we really, as a collective, I don't think we're really ready to talk about this.
You know, it's interesting you said that too because as I was thinking about answering the question, I was asking myself, like, wow, you know, I really wanted within the last year, I felt the need to be self-consumed because as previous to that, I extended myself into a lot of other people's energy. And so you know, I as you go into that little piece, Albert, it made me consider like, man, you know, I was thinking to myself, like, can it be a benefit at sometimes to be self-consumed? You know, sometimes people are stretched, you know. Just made me think about that.
I'm gonna tell you what I think about the self-consumption. The self-consumption is people, is people, whether it's 20, 25, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 12, whatever. It's people that have came to the realization that the way they have been living up to this very point, it is okay. And nobody else can get them out of that own reality of consumption. The only way you can get out of self-consumption, you gotta, evolve and change into, you know, what's in front of you. They just, that's what it is. Like how many times people come up in and up here, and when they tell you something not in the manner to share information with you, but in the manner to let you know that there is nothing around that exists other than what I have stated. So they consume within their own mental reality. And then when life punch them in their mouth, then what's next? Sometimes, when people have their mind made up, they don't want nobody else telling them anything. That's why the people I talk with off the app, converse with off the app, are the very people that believe that they can help me make a better step, not the next step. So the better step might be going backwards. Better step might be going backwards. So, I just think, people, they just caught up in them so much to where, I'm grown, this work, I ain't got to worry about nothing else. And it always seems to be the problem.
Sometimes that can be a problem too because if the right people don't know you need help, and you know, a lot of times we the source of our own problems, then we can't get the help we need because we isolate.
Now you have to be self-consumed to succeed in life. You have to be arrogant, conceited, driven. People take it the wrong way. You have to believe in yourself. You believe in yourself first, you achieve success, and people get behind you. So you have to have that passion in life to be driven. And that's what built this great country of ours, the industrials. They were driven, succeeding. And then everybody else is like, jealous of that success. But everybody's got to work together. You have to have a drive, you have to have an idea, you have to do that. As far as
You so you
people need
think you
help on,
think
go
you
ahead,
think
sir.
believing in yourself and self being self consumed is the same?
Yes, I do, because if you start a business, that's like a marriage. You're married to it. It's all you think about 24/7. And you can have a wife and kids and family and all that, but your true love in life is your business. I mean, listen to some of these billionaire dudes that found businesses. They'll talk about their business like it's their own child.
Well,
I mean,
I'm gonna give you a little insight on where they different at. One of them is rooted in purpose, and another one is rooted in insecurity.
yeah, and I get where you're going with that. People do think, you have to achieve this and that to make it in the world. And I don't disagree with that. I mean, some people want to make a statement. I mean,
So when you believe in yourself, that's like a inward. You having an inward strength.
right.
When you self-consume, is all about you. That's an inward obsession. So even though they sound the same, they two very different things. And you got to be careful with one because one would lead you down a certain type of path.
I
This,
mean,
this is why
I
I'm
think you
trying
can
to.
play the role of both. I mean, there are people that are like, they never want to achieve anything in life, and, we'll call them a hobo, a bum. and they're just perfectly content. And then there's some guys that are like they always want to achieve stuff, and it's the fire that burns, and they don't feel they ever do enough in life. But it's like a drive. So I mean, is that a bad thing? You
No,
know, I mean,
yeah, I got you. I got you where you coming from.
it's like you, for example, Mr. Plate. You know, you want to expand your empire, so you're not satisfied in life. You want to go to the next level, and then the next level, and that's totally cool, and that's a passion. So,
Wait. Hold on. You went real fast. You said I'm not satisfied in life. What you mean by that?
no, I'm saying, say you aren't satisfied. You want to go to the next level. You know
Are you,
that doesn't mean bad, different, or anything. It just means you want to achieve something. You know,
He's
and you have plans
ambitious.
for yourself. But that doesn't mean okay. I'm consumed with it, and it can mean. But I mean, I do think you have to be consumed with stuff to achieve that in life. You know, like we use Michael Jordan for example, or John Elway. You know, they had a fire that consumed, and just watch John Elway's documentary that came out 2 weeks on Netflix. He specifically says in there, I was in the room with my family, but my mind was elsewhere on football. I was thinking about the next game. So you can be there, but it totally consume you as a person. But if he didn't play football, they weren't going to live in that mansion. So you got to look at it like that. You know,
Hey,
map
play
out
my
goals for yourself and then achieve the goal.
hey, play. My God is here. I'm finna get up out of here, man. I'll hit y'all up when I land in the States, man.
all right, safe
Safe
travels,
Yeah, it was a
man.
travels,
pleasure
bro.
Be
chatting with you,
smooth,
sir.
brother.
Enjoy your
All
time.
right.
It's
Be
good.
safe.
I'll probably hit y'all up on Saturday. That's when I'll be in the States. But I'm gonna land in Dallas on Saturday, and I'm gonna be in Nashville
Oh,
on
the big
Sunday.
D. Dexy lives in Dallas.
Didn't you say it
All
was
right,
gonna be something going on Sunday, Thanos?
shut your mouth. We're gonna do it on Play Panel anyway. We're gonna do it over here on Play.
Papados, sir. Do it
Okay.
at
All right.
Papados.
Bet. All right. See you when
Hey,
you get
Play.
back.
I told them, I told all the sisters when I get back, I'm gonna do a giveaway to them, man, for keeping me in their prayers and supporting since I've been gone. I'm gonna do it over here on Sunday. I'm gonna do a nice little giveaway for them.
Okay.
All right,
Be
love y'all, man.
safe.
I'll see y'all.
Love you too,
Yeah, enjoy
Thanos.
yourself, sir.
All right, you guys. We got Devar. It's new to the panel. Hi, Devar.
Hello, how's everyone doing today?
It's been going, man. You missed a heck of a conversation before this, but we're here now.
Yes,
Um, Give me just one
yes.
second. Let me do another little mod break real quick. Hey, y'all. Comment cousins down there at the bottom. Y'all keep tapping it up. It's only 18.1K on the taps. Let's get them taps up. Let's get shares out. Hit that share button. Let people know we in here having a conversation. So they can come in the room. We appreciate the support. Also, don't forget to help the host meet his live goal. And y'all keep tapping that screen. Devar, is everyone self-consumed?
Is everyone? Yes, I'll say we're self-consumed, but there's different degrees to it. Because some of us are self-consumed, but we still have the capacity for our children. We have the capacity for our spouses. But some people are self-consumed and they don't care about anybody, and they will sacrifice their children. But I would say, yeah, we are self-consumed, just to varying degrees.
All right. Short and sweet. I like that.
I mean,
Um,
is that good or bad? I mean, is that good like in a business sense, making money,
I
or you know?
would say it's bad. One of the reasons I would say it's bad is because some of the decisions, like you just said, business, for example, some of the businesses, they're so self-consumed with profit that they're putting out toxic food and they're poisoning the environment just to make money for themselves. So it's a bad thing when you'll do anything to take care of yourself, but you're sacrificing the community, and and other people are being harmed because of your decisions just because you want to make an extra dollar. So being self-consumed is a problem. And some people are so self-consumed that they care more about their online image, but their real life is out of order. They're spending so much time on the phone, but they don't even want to take care of their children and then blame the schools. So yeah, being self-consumed is a problem because we're supposed to be living for other people. But when you're living for yourself and you feel good, but other people are losing because of you, yeah, that's a problem.
So So, do you have the opinion of when you have children, you're living for them, and your wife kind of stopped, and it's all about your kids?
It to a degree, yeah. Okay, I'll give you an example. I don't want to speak metaphors and hyperbole. I'll give you an example. I had two sons. Both my sons played football, basketball, baseball, and ran track. I was the coach for everything they did. And when they went to the gym, I went to the gym. I was lifting weights with them. I was running hills with them. I was climbing staircases with them. So I compromised my life to fit their life to spend time with them. And I needed to get in shape myself. So by training with my two sons, it kept me healthy. So yeah, we do put our lives on hold, but it doesn't have to come to a complete stop. I just changed my workout schedule to fit to my son's schedule. And I coached both my sons all the way to high school. So yeah, your life is going to change, but it doesn't have to end. You just have to compromise.
I like that. I like that. I totally agree with you. Dr. H, talk to us, Dr. H.
So good. We got a newbie. We got day one. I think that's what that says. Day one.
It's Dewan, but you know it's close enough. I hear it. I hear it several different ways. Don't feel bad. Just
Okay, Dawn. Welcome to the panel. Welcome to the Bigger Play podcast. We appreciate you for coming up. Did you want
thank
to
you.
add to the prompt?
Yes, I did. So when we take this word consumption, right? Uh, you know, it's a dual word. So when you automatically hear the word self, what does self means as it relates to you? Does it mean to you personally, or does it mean to you as a unit, right? That of which you represent. If we talk about on a on an aspect of, let's just say, a city, right? Let's just say this city believes in self-consumption, but then you're moving in a unit of what this city does is it consumes itself. So anything that this city does, it affects itself, right? Which I mean the city should feed itself. Not only will the city feed itself, it will starve itself too of resources, right? Too much of anything will damage you, right? And automatically when I hear the word self-consumption, it kind of makes me think about let's just say a snake, right? We know that in order for a snake to grow, it has to shed its skin, right? To become new and refreshed, but it'll be bigger, right? But if a snake doesn't have the proper nourishment, it will try to consume itself, which means it will meet its demise. So at what point do you say, okay, this is good for me to be self-consumed because I'm aware of myself? And then do you become so aware of yourself that you lose yourself or you lose sight of other things in that process? So I think that it's both good and bad to be self-consumed, but like I said, too much of anything will be damaging to you. So it's good to be aware of yourself, but don't be so aware of yourself that that's all you're aware of, because then you'll neglect the other things, such as I heard Dexter, he mentioned, like, you know, that's how the country became what it is. And so that's why I said my response to that is, well, I don't think it was based upon self-consumption. It was based upon you know, ignorance and what was the other term that I used? Let me see. I have to scroll back. Okay,
Selfishness.
yes, selfishness. It was based upon selfishness, not self consumption. Selfishness will lead you to only think about you and what benefits you, um, without necessarily considering anything else. The ignorance part of it is what happens to everyone else that you use in the process to do it for you. And do they know, are they aware that it's happening to them? And if they're aware that they're a part of this process, well, do you care of the effects? Which is where also the selfishness comes into play. Because in selfishness, you don't care about the effects of everyone else. And it is the community's ignorance that will continue to allow you to be selfish with themselves. So that's my thoughts on it. When I hear the word like self-consumption, it's both good and bad. Too much of anything is damaging to you. Balance of everything to you is helpful.
You know what confuses
Can I?
me?
Oh, I'm
What
sorry. Go ahead, Doctor.
I don't understand why Play puts the prompt up. Why not just go look up the term on the phone? That way you don't have to freestyle. Just like self-consumed means that you caught up in yourself and you neglect other people, man. Like that's the only definition. There's no good and bad. There's no other. Just do yourself a favor and go look the shit up. That way you ain't got to use a whole lot of words, and you could actually get to the prompt so we could go deep.
Um, I'm gonna say, um, everyone is self-consumed. We all got phones, right? The hottest thing going is social media, and everybody wants to be recognized. Everybody wants to be recognized. Everybody wants to be validated in some form or fashion. I think that's a way of being self-consumed. Um, more than ever. Um, especially with the gender wars and all that other kind of stuff that's going on too. People are more for themselves today than they have ever been. Um, they don't want to be married. They want to enjoy their lives, and do all kind of crazy things. So I think that people are more checked out from family or even being in relationships because of a lot of hurt too. So I think people are consumed.
Yeah, that's not why people aren't married, man. Dudes don't want to get married right now. Birth rate's at an all time low, marriage at an all time low, divorce at an all time high. They're just realizing there's no financial gain to them. You know, they finally woken up out of the coma. I mean, China's
Is that all?
struggling with
Wait,
their
Dexter,
birth
is
rate.
that all marriage is financial gain?
It is for the woman.
No,
I
it's
mean, I
not.
mean, when you have a merit divorce rate of something around 90% and 90% are initiated by women, yeah, it does. I mean, you can. I mean, when women go to court, they want your half your pension, the house, the car, and then go get a job at Walmart. Call himself a boss babe online. You're living off your ex husband.
Dexter, we got to take care of your big head kids.
Dexter doesn't have any kids, but I,
Okay,
I
well,
understand what you're saying. But
yeah.
but but ma'am, it takes two to tango. So and you should go out and get a job too. I mean, if women are initiating it, why then? Why are you saying, well, I can do better off than you, but I still need your paycheck? They want alimony, they want child support. Yeah, on the greatest state on planet Earth, Kentucky, the promised land in 2018, they came out with a Kentucky equality law, which means divorce automatically split 50-50, no child support. Divorce went down 75% inside of 12 months when women realized they couldn't weaponize the children for financial gain. They're only state in the country doing that. Why? Why are they only state?
Listen, men are innocent, Dexter. And I don't know no woman who was willing to take on your last name, not you per se, but take on your last name, also give you life just to crash it out to potentially get half of what, 40K a year? When all these men out here ain't making money like that to be taken to the bank in the first place, Dexter. So I hate it when men paint that kind of picture to make it seem like y'all all ain't doing it big like that. Either y'all failing in the bedroom, you're failing financially, you're
That's what
failing
it is.
somewhere. You're failing
That's what it
somewhere, sir.
is.
And that's why women are, or on top of that,
That's what it is.
poor vetting
All you gotta do is
skills
apply the
have,
woman right. She'll
Big
get it.
L, I'm talking. Poor vetting skills have also led people to end marriages and relationships because they didn't choose correctly. They fell in love at the moment, and then when it got real, it wasn't right. So there's a lot of different reasons. It's not just that, and I don't want it to be painted as that.
So if it was poor betting skills, why'd you marry the dude in the first place? It's not
If
like it's
you,
going to get any easier.
Dexter, have you ever heard if you knew better, you'd do better?
No,
Yeah,
actually,
a
I
lot of
haven't.
people get married tradition. They thought about it their whole life. It's something that they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't. I probably do, but I've never heard anyone say that they wanted to get married because a person had money. I've never
Oh,
heard
I
that.
have. That happens all the time. But I mean, it might be a more accurate statement to say they just settled and they wanted to get married because when you go
I
home to
mean,
see
but
your mom and
you
your
hanging
family,
around Dexter, man. You
especially
around Dexter.
women, hey, when are you going to get married? When are you going to give me grandkids? So the pressure's on. I mean, women, after all, that's what it's all about: getting married and having kids. And if you look around, you have more single baby mamas than ever before now. I mean, so there you go.
Dexter, where you
I'm on
from,
my
bro?
second marriage. My
Dallas,
second
Texas, sir.
marriage.
You from where?
Second
Dallas,
marriage.
Texas, sir.
You from Dallas?
Yep, yep.
Okay,
Papa does.
so
Papa does.
in your neighborhood, right? Based upon your upbringing, do you understand that your upbringing will be conducive to the way that you view marriage?
I mean, I understand where you're going with, but that's not 100% of the time. I mean, um, I understand people use that as an excuse, but you don't have to. I mean, you can change who you are. I know everybody likes to say, "Well, I
Well, it's
was
not an
raised like this
excuse.
and that," but
It is a
at the age of
motion.
18, you're your own person. You can navigate your ship.
So,
You can be anybody you want to be in this country.
so with that being said, based upon what you learned growing up, you have a perception of life and ideals that you have intact. Um, unless you actually dove into the field of marriage or having children and understanding that um, your emotions could be swayed by your children. You may have children and decide, you know what, I want to marry this woman, whether you feel like she could be a fit wife at the time or not.
Well, everybody gets marriage wrong. You should marry before you carry. It should be traditional according to the Bible. It's traditional in the Bible. But everybody's like, okay, this happened. Now maybe we should get married. And I'm like, that upsets the apple cart. So, you put the cart before the horse, you're going to have issues all the time. People should court. They should really get to know somebody. How long is that? Everybody's different. You could say kismet, all this and that, meant to be, all that cool pickup line. But, you should really get to know that person. So, and then go that way. I
Only
mean,
thing,
relationships are like jobs. If you don't get along at a job, you're not going to get along in relationships. It's all about communication. Sit down, have some really heart to heart chats, and then say, do we want to do this together? That a lot of people don't, and that's why you have all the chaos you have.
well, I see some truth in that.
I mean,
I
that's
was
just the
in,
way it is. I mean, go ask your mom, your grandma, your parents, your grandparents, how did they make it work? I mean, that's all they'll tell you. I mean, you have people that go to distance 50, 75 years. You know, it can be done. It's done a lot. I mean, some people work the same job 30, 50 years. I mean, you take the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, and you just make it work. I mean, some people just are like, I believe in the institution of marriage. We're going to make this work no matter what comes down the road, what speed bump you hit in life. And that's it. And then some people, it's just, it seems just observing, nobody wants to like have a hard time in life. So any sign of trouble, a speed bump, they just, you know, hit the ejectocito button and then they bail. I mean, they just don't see, you know, what's beyond the horizon, we'll call it. And that's when life gets interesting. You know, it's like, okay, and then the payoff later at the end. So, you know, people just aren't willing to stick stuff out. Look at the workforce today. Nobody wants to work. I mean, that's why we have AI. That's why we have all the robotic stuff. I mean, you know, AI is going to overtake everybody's job pretty much worldwide in less than 5 years. What's everybody going to do then?
Hey.
So, I mean, I just look at it like that. You know, you got to communicate with people. You got to say, okay, I want to date. I want to do this. How do we want to do it? You know, and then do that. And then stick to the game plan. Don't veer off the game plan. You know, you want to achieve something in life, you got to have a path. You got to put the work in. People just don't want to put the work in. Why? We've just never seen it this bad.
I really don't think that's the reason people aren't getting married now. I think back then people were getting more married because that was the thing to do. It was more traditional. Since the 80s, it's been more single parent households. And so now we got the kids of those single parent households. So they don't have, I grew up around married people. So that was the next logical thing to do prior to knocking somebody up or, you know, knocking somebody up. I thought that was like the thing to do. I would later find out though in therapy that, you know, usually your relationship is based upon the relationship, or you set the tone for the relationship that you have by the relationship you have with your caregivers. That's your attachment. That's based off attachment theory, you know, so it might not be applicable to everybody. But, you know, I certainly know I got married because I love my mama so much, you know, period. And I saw that as my forever, you know, and that might not have been the right way to do it, you know. So a lot of a couple things you were saying, I feel it. You know, a lot of time people jump into relationships and like Snatch said, they don't vet properly. They don't talk and see if they have the same goals 10 years from now and break out of that honeymoon space. See, a lot of times we get with people and we want them so bad that we bend, you know. I'm meeting a lot of people nowadays who don't bend, or maybe I've been.
So
I
can
couldn't
you
even
agree
conceive.
that with a more traditional environment, there was more success and more happiness, not only in the country, but in everybody's lives? I mean, there's all this chaos with all this single parent. I'm not going to stick around, this, that, the other, just do what you want. And then we see the product of their children. And then their children's children are what we're dealing with now. I mean, you have McDonald's in all these major cities.
Could be.
That are being locked and saying don't come in without adult supervision. You've never seen it this bad. So it's safe to say this social
live in a
experiment is
real
not
nice
working.
community, and these kids is bad as hell over here, man.
Well,
You
that's what
know,
I'm just
and I
saying.
know
That we can
got
all agree it's
parents
not working.
because they
Correct?
parents is buying them these little motorbikes and whatnot. And in our neighborhood Facebook groups, you know, these little kids, you know, I almost hit somebody's kid last night. So you know, kids gonna be kids wherever they are.
No, not
And
like you've seen it now. I mean, it's literally like a national and international epidemic. We're reading about this every day. Whereas in the past, it was like once in a blue moon, we'll call it. You know, and everybody was shocked. Like, I'm not shocked by anything I read about on the news or the internet these days. I'm just like, just how much more of this is going to happen. So,
it's a
okay,
different
so they
time.
took religion out of school. They took corporal punishment. They took intimacy education. I mean, what do you think was going to happen? I mean, the average 12th grader graduates on a 5th grade reading level. I'm sure Dr. H can agree on that. They are not prepared for the world. They just want to graduate them and get them out of school, dude, because they're tired of dealing with them. And the parents and everybody involved know this is going on, yet do nothing about it. You can't tell me they can't go home and tell that they can't read on above fifth grade level. I go to my local Domino's, hand them a $20 bill, and they'll hand me like 15 back because they can't add and subtract on a $10 pizza, $7.99. I mean, it's really bad, man.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Yeah, and everybody can on Hollywood Squares here can tell me that they've had an encounter like that. And it's not Dexy's job to teach you math or anything at that business. That's that manager's job.
I
But
think
You
but the
can't
that
tell me
thing
in
we
the
have
Big
to
is,
L,
process of the
I
job
understand.
you
interview
guys,
they
you
couldn't tell
guys,
us.
you guys, you guys.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Big L is new. I don't think he had a chance to speak. Big L, have you had a chance to speak? Big L,
Oh yeah,
down
yeah.
there at the
Big L's
bottom.
been talking to us, but go ahead, ma'am. Come off mute and tell us.
No,
But
I
I'll
guess.
speak.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead,
sorry.
sir.
Go
Well,
ahead, Dewan.
I'll say this: when you understand that it is your responsibility to teach the youth wherever you are as the elder, you have to understand it is your responsibility. If we're talking about the youth and where they're at, that could be your son, that could be your nephew, that could be your little brother, that could be your little sister, that could even be that's someone's mother at one point in time in their life. So you
Where
knowing
exactly do you
better.
live, sir?
I live in Texas.
Okay, I'm in Dallas. You can't tell these people anywhere. So like Mr. Play and Dr. H live in Chicago, right? Do you guys remember that episode about 30 days ago where the woman with sickle cell anemia was going to pick up her, I believe it was a some sort
got
of
killed.
health related child, and got attacked in the streets by 30 children from the same school she was going to. It made all the national news and press. So yeah, you can't tell these people anything these days. They were
Does that
punching
prevent
and
you
beating
though?
their
But does
peers.
that prevent you from saying, "Hey, I noticed this
Sir, people
kid"?
don't want to deal with them. That's the flat out
No,
truth.
but I'm
They don't want to
asking,
deal with
but
them.
I'm asking you. Does it prevent you from taking the initiative to say, "Hey, I noticed this kid doesn't know how to do math properly"?
Yeah, it does, because you can't tell them anything, and they take any constructive criticism the wrong way, and then it goes sideways. And then it gets into that fu, what do you know, and all this and that. And that's why people don't even want to deal with them. They don't respond to anything these days. After school programs, getting a job, doing this, doing that, helping out. They just don't want to do anything. They want
I
to hang out
think
on TikTok all day and think they're gonna like make it like they see somebody else.
I think that as an elder, it is your responsibility to teach the
I get
youth,
what
no
you're
matter
saying,
where
but
you are.
the results. I mean, we have YMCA programs. We have after school programs. Get a job. Do this, do that. You just don't see initiative.
I don't know, man.
Listen, if I see a kid at the store who asks me for change, I'm gonna give it to him, and
I
then
mean,
at the
that's a
same
huge
time,
difference.
I'm
I
gonna,
mean,
but
just
at the
walking
same
up to him
time,
and
I'm
saying,
gonna I'm gonna offer him an opportunity. Hey, I notice you up here every time I come up at the store. You ask me for change. Let me help you out with something. Let me plant a seed in you so that you won't have to be up here asking for change every time someone comes up here. Let me take you to a car wash, or come and wash my car, or come and mow the lawn. You present them with a task and an opportunity so that one day it may spark something within them.
"So you really think somebody's going to come and want to mow your grass in
Absolutely,
2026?"
absolutely. I've
I,
done it. I've
I
done
go
it.
out in public, just don't see what you're talking about.
I've done it. But you have to be, as an elder, you have to know how to plant seeds in people. You can't, regardless of what you see, when you look around you, what do you see when you look in the mirror? So if you say, hey, I want to view the world in this image, well, view yourself in a certain image, and then you go out and you paint the world in that image.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's almost like you're reading off a playbook from the 1970s and
Ab-
80s. But I mean,
Absolutely
you
not.
you you just do not get the results in today that you're speaking about.
No,
What you
I
get is
agree
a
with you, Dex.
domestic, is a DV
They,
involving the police. You walk up to any like 15-year-old or whatever, younger, little older, under 18, yeah, it's gonna turn violent. Yeah, they're not gonna listen. They're gonna mouth off to you, and then you're gonna like want to get violent. We've seen it too much. We see it
I'm
on
not.
the news every day.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Dex. I do this on a day-to-day
I know.
basis,
I
man.
can tell, sir. So go ahead and tell us your organization, the results, and
Oh,
everything.
I have absolutely. I have no organization. I'm telling you who I am as a person, and based upon my experiences in life, I'm able to talk to the youth and let them know, like, hey, I've been in your shoes before. So here, this is
Sir,
what you
listen.
can do
I've
to keep
watched
them.
many documentary on all the gangs here in America, and they all say the same thing. I got out of prison, and I tried to do it, and yet we still have more issues than we have ever now.
I think you
Hold
showing
that
signs.
thought.
I think you
Hold
showing
that thought,
signs.
Dexter and Dwayne. Um, we gotta wrap this up. We got about 8 minutes left. Play might come back on later on, but he's having some issues on his side that so we're gonna wrap this one up. Got 8 minutes. You guys can have your final thoughts. You can say whatever you like. And then we're gonna close. So, Allah, we'll start with you.
man, I was just thinking as we wrap this up. A lot of times I think when we start discussing problems, it turns into a debate, and at some point, the discussion has to come. Those who care, the discussion is going to just deal with a lot of what can we do to make this better, as opposed this is how it is. It goes from this is how it is to how we make it better. And so, look forward to hearing from y'all in the future.
All right, maybe we'll be back on later on. So be looking out. I hope you're following everybody. Um, all right. It looks nice over there. Is it cold?
It's about 65. I'm in Nevada.
Oh, you doing all right then. Enjoy that nice weather. I'm gonna drop you down. Um, Dwayne, Big L, are you even there? No. Yes. No. No. Okay. Big L, nice for you to come up. Maybe on the next panel you'll actually speak. Dwayne, Dwayne, what's going on? What would you like to say?
It's Dewan.
Dewan, sorry.
Uh, First off, I appreciate this platform, and I appreciate y'all for having me. It's a very good, it's a very good mind plaguing topic. It definitely forces everyone to think. Um, so I appreciate that.
For sure. Listen, the Bigger Play podcast is about the bigger play. When you come to this platform, the prompt that you see is normally going to be deeper than most people can even get to. But we try to have the conversation so that we can open minds and build stronger communities and thus forth. So thanks for coming up and sharing your opinions with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you.
Dexter,
Ma'am, we always have our moments. You know we're a huge fan of you. You know we're a huge fan of Mr. Play and Dr. H.
appreciate you for coming up and sharing your thoughts and not being, you know, for allowing people to speak their mind without letting it get to you. I applaud you for that. I really do. I know it's hard for our other people to come into these rooms. I don't know the right words to say. It's
Oh,
hard for
listen, it
us.
doesn't
It's
matter.
it's
Dexy
it's
goes in
hard.
all these rooms, and they're always like, "Oh, I hate the white man. I can't stand them."
No, no,
Hey,
no, no.
they
Listen,
can say
wait, Dexter,
whatever they
wait,
want.
wait.
It's a
It's
free country. They can say whatever they want. Doesn't bother Dexy. Dexy
right.
likes to Dexy likes to sit here and listen to their version of events.
I know, but a lot of people are intimidated about coming into these rooms to say they whatever they want to say because for the most part they do get that, oh, you're not like us and you're this and
Oh, I
that.
hear this all the time. Oh, you haven't experienced
Right.
what I have. Well, I mean, here's the deal. You don't have to. I can watch a documentary and feel like I was there. Yeah, and these documentaries, especially the ones from the 80s, are excellent. So I watched a documentary. I feel like I was right there. Yeah, and they'll be like, well, I was like this. Well, Compton is 71.2% Hispanic right now. So, you're not experiencing what you think you are. But yeah, I've go to Chicago. I've rolled through the neighborhoods. I've been to Humboldt Park where all the major gangs had the four corners there. So, I don't have to be there when they're having their meetings or initiations to experience it. Probably don't want to be there in the first place. They probably don't either. But yeah, I mean, everybody has a different experience when they go to Papados too, so.
Uh,
They
okay.
do, they do. I'm like, I don't know why you guys aren't like eating here 24/7. Dexy eats here twice a day when he's in town. It's 11 to 11, so it's beautiful. And then they're like, well, they did. How could you give them a bad review? I'm like,
Y'all
I
heard
just don't get it.
y'all hear that ladies Dexter like a little chocolate on his plate.
Exactly.
Um
Yes, yes, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yes. Yeah, listen, Dexy does not discriminate. Beautiful women are beautiful women.
All right,
Yeah,
Dexter, thanks for coming up and sharing your thoughts and opinions. And I hope you come back later if Play is able
yeah.
to come back
Hey,
on.
just go on live and send it to me, and we'll jump back on. But
Now I'm gonna
listen,
send it
thanks
to you. You're
everybody.
not following me. You all private.
No, I'm following you.
Are you?
I'm pretty sure I am.
Okay.
Yeah,
We gonna
I
see.
follow I follow Mr. Play and everything, so I get that when you come on.
All right, well we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, hey, thanks again. You guys have a good one.
Have a good one. Play. You looking all studious over there like you just came from a court appointment? No, I'm just playing. Oh, I had to do it. I like that green color on you. It's very nice.
No, I
Very
got
nice.
I gotta I'm gonna go ahead and check this cut it off and try to come back to the YouTube. I gotta try to adjust the my vertical horizontal ain't right. I've been trying to fix it for about an hour, but it still kind of look crazy. I'm just working at the same time. So I'm gonna try to come back in a little while. Otherwise, I might just be stuck over there for a couple of hours.
Okay. Well, you know what to do. Let me know. Until then, I'll see y'all in these TikTok streets. Play.